I use that all the time.
Okay, yeah.
So what I do is I mix that in the cream cheese.
Okay.
And then either I do the cream cheese, smoke it, and I do shapes. Like
well, it's usually a mango habanero.
Right.
No, it's a jalapeno. You're the one that got the habanero, and it was too hot. And especially for the person that can't handle hot, you know.
Well, I thought the habanero would be less than the.
No, it's way
I
more.
won't touch habanero with
So, but yeah, if I do the pepper.
I thought the gas tank took diesel, not gasoline. Diesel works better, right?
Well, I haven't been able to find either.
She had them at, well, Calista wanted me to bring them in sometimes. The problem is Monday night, I don't have time to do that.
Well, and, you know, and they're the kind of thing that, like, they'll keep okay, but they're best fresh off the grill.
Yeah,
You know?
if you have them.
So it's a jalapeno jelly.
The hot that.
Can you check our audio?
Yeah. So I need to look for a jalapeno jelly,
No,
not the
yeah.
mango jalapeno.
Jalapeno is almost sweet by comparison.
Yeah, you want jalapeno. Jalapeno's got really
That's what
good
I'm asking.
flavor.
This is what I need to look for.
Yes, the habanero is like hotter than jalapeno.
If it says haba, haba is Spanish for wet a white girl. Jalapeno is you want to.
They're so much louder than everybody else.
Well, I know.
I agree with you, Jason.
Oh, you know why? It would help if I turned on all the microphones.
Oh, yeah. So we're like all talking in this.
Checks, you know, to make sure that everybody's on.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Yeah, now we can hear everyone.
Uno, dos, boy.
Jalapeno is phonetically Spanish for gotta go pee pee.
That was my my dad joke from
Okay,
last week that I
don't pay
created.
attention to half or
So
87% of what Jason says.
Yeah, I mean, Calista only pays attention to me twice. Sex and food. Pretty much
you ready for this one, Jason?
Obviously, everyone
He's got a dad joke for you.
Actually,
So I was like driving and I was behind a Caltrans truck and I looked up and yeah, it said road striping on the back of the vehicle. It was like the paint truck, right? So I was thinking about it. So how do you tell the difference between road striping and road stripping? Road striping, you don't see the pee-pee.
Oh, it's such a.
I know. It's great,
That's
huh?
awesome.
But you have to be smart enough to smell. If you have a
I got a lot of
education,
things to say, folks. I just can't go there, man. I don't think Jason wants to get banned.
well, there was a
They were so nice.
an offshoot to that as far as the vegans
They don't have
like,
enough,
ban like pork and all
money
that
to do
stuff.
anything They finally
And then
got
you,
some
like,
land. They
point
can
them
use.
towards like soil.
Everybody
soil
complains there's not a
ingredients, like,
5-star
yeah,
hotel
that's
on
what
it.
happens.
So it's just Lou, motherfucker.
This is when you start, you get rid of
Tuesday
all
is Soylent Brown.
Soylent Brown. I love that movie, dude. I probably watched that movie like 2-3 times a year.
Dude, like I watched that movie and I think
Yeah,
I think we should already be
It's
there.
classic science fiction.
Well, the best part about it, like really old science fiction like that's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because in the near future, 2001.
I love when you watch a movie, you rewatch a movie and it actually was set like 5 years ago.
I mean,
Yeah,
not
like
like
that.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner 2019.
Yeah, exactly.
2019.
Yeah, the
And
first
then-
one. Yeah,
I was rereading Forever War, right?
yeah.
Forever War was 1998 in the future of 1998.
Yeah.
Of course, it was written in like 62 or something.
Right.
Right,
That's what's
exactly.
fun about those movies.
But that's funny.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Something like Logan's Run or
oh yeah, Logan's
Yeah.
Run.
old
Oh my
classics.
Okay, like look, Logan's Run
So
for
fun.
science fiction TNA is the best one. I mean,
It really is.
they couldn't make
How's
those dresses they wore any shorter.
Yeah.
How is that any better than Barbarella?
You could see the whiskers on their biscuits.
Oh, what was
Okay.
what was the
Yeah, Barbarella. You know, like that whole scene in the beginning where she's like getting undressed or getting dressed. I can't remember what it was. Yeah. And I'm like,
yes, Sean Connery.
me and my buddies always talk about like,
No, Sean Connery.
Zathura?
oh yeah,
Or-
Zardos.
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 Yeah.
Was he wearing the thigh high
Boots and the little
and
and the little like
Is this the one where it's like the space
banana
market?
hammock. Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah.
he wears a banana hammock and high boots.
Uh-huh.
So good, so good. My name's Buck.
But like Jane Fonda. But like
Count dollars.
but it's like they told Jane Fonda that me and my buddies always like, hey, how did they talk these actors or actresses into doing like whatever part they were going to do in a movie? And like, like the ass to ass thing in that one movie. And so like I told them this is what happened is like they're like, okay, they get Jane Fonda, go, okay, look, just you're you say you're a communist and you're over there in Vietnam and an anti-aircraft gun. You're like a kid with lice. We gotta cut your hair and get you back on the monkey bars. So just take your clothes off in the first part of this movie and you're gonna be a star again. Okay.
You're gonna be a sex kitten again.
So, where we last left off,
Okay, where are we at
the
here?
team had gotten together and decided to do some
Team is this?
research at the Newfaire Library. Once over at the Newfaire Library, they began to realize that they were being followed, or possibly the professor maybe was being followed. While looking for information related to the port and shipping schedules and other information that might link us to some additional information that the investigators, or what do we call our circle now?
Circle of the hand and dagger.
Circle of the hand and dagger, because of stigmata over there.
It's in the bone. It's in the bone.
I want to take my blades, twirl them, and then throw them. Double one.
Which would have been great in Daggerheart, but that wasn't the game.
That would have been quite the flourish, wouldn't it? The encounter that ensued, back and forth, gunfire, blades drawn, and getaway taken care of. But we've captured somebody. We also begin to believe that quite possibly the Commodore, the guy in charge of the primacy, the periphery, the commissioner,
police force.
yeah, who's in charge of the police force, who may be having plans on trying to become the Primarch, seems to be assuming that everything's a threat. So whether or not he sides with you guys from a standpoint of what you're looking for, or merely is an opportunity for you guys to leverage for what your own investigation requires. Meanwhile, Royce Buck's contact is investigating into the living locations of those that have been murdered and found down on the docks to see if there's additional information that can be found from there. The prisoner was brought back to the house, put down in the cellar to be contained and questioned.
Oh no, he was put down in the cellar.
No, I don't think it was put down.
Put down. No, he hasn't been
No,
put down
he,
yet.
I think he expired
He expired. He died.
Yeah, he
think
did.
he
He expired. He
expired.
expired. Yeah, you're right.
Well, we were arguing
under
about it.
cross
Yeah,
examination.
we were arguing about it, and he expired.
Oh shit, that's right.
He kind of OD'd on somebody's
Magic.
magic powder.
Magic powder.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
it's
that's right.
great.
You were trying to use it to intimidate him, and he ended up
She
dying
kept,
from it. Yeah.
dosing him.
Melted his brain.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, he was put down in the cellar.
He really was put down in the cellar.
I tried to stop it.
No, don't stop.
There's only so much I can do when I'm really, really injured and have no drive.
Literally.
Yeah.
The
Very
truth.
That's all I can
definitely.
do. Like, I can't even stitch you guys right now with patch up because I have no drive.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm like the doctor that's been
Oh,
going for
so resource allotment.
Yep, we got to do the stitch, refresh, and train.
which I need stitch
Jeez.
and I need refresh because I have no drive and I'm about to get a scar and I don't want to pass out.
How many do we have of each? Or
We had 6 stitches left, and we have 6 refresh, and we have 6 train left.
and we're going to be getting some more soon.
Do they refill when we
When
fill
the whole circle advances, everything refreshes.
And we're
Your,
about
everything but
three-quarters.
scars. So
We
your
have
drives, your
1, 2,
resistances,
3, 4,
your marks, everything refresh automatically.
If we get 5 keys, 5 5 points, then it will refresh at the end
That
of
one.
this game.
So basically, pay attention.
Creatures and treasures.
Yeah.
I can use it to write on.
I will take a.
No,
Oh, come on.
I'll take a
Either
refresh.
option
the
might-
book's like 40 years old, bro.
It's no good anymore. We don't use Thaco. Okay, I'll use this.
I don't want to hear about what you don't put on your house.
All right. So, who needs a stitch? One. I have 2 bodies, so I should probably
Stitch in
take a
time
stitch.
I have
saves
1
time.
body and 3 brain. I need to do that or I'm going to go and
I just.
pass out on
No,
that.
no.
Stitch? No.
No, I need a. I got a
You
body
wanna
and a
bring
brain. No, leave him roll, man. Let's roll a dice.
That's kind of
Let me get
why the
jacked
way I'm
up.
going. I mean, I got 2 marks, but I'm not too worried.
I think she's really screwed up.
I just want the refresh because I was helping Reginald out a lot, so I used up one of my drives.
I only took 1 body for my hands.
Well, that's because I keep catching you guys up, which is why I'm so brained.
All right. Take your stitch, Carolyn.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna take my stitch.
I'm a doctor here.
I'm a doctor. Refresh. Take a refresh.
I'm usually pretty good at getting my my drives back up, but I was not rolling gilded good dice at all.
No, you guys
Well,
started off strong, but then you went to
Yeah,
shit pretty
refresh.
quick.
I gave a bunch of mine to Reginald last session, so it kind of got us out of where we were in trouble with.
Do you need a refresh for your drives and resistances?
Hedged our bet there a
All
few
the drives,
times.
right? Not just for one section.
I believe it's all your drives.
Oh, yeah, all your drives.
Will you take a
Um,
refresh? It's all your drives.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Read it, it should tell you.
It does
Top.
not. It does not on here. It just says when resources are used, only erase the top section. It doesn't.
I thought we had like the little quick cheat sheet.
We get a level yet or what? We get is this like
I
a
thought it said on
You're
there.
close to
should we get
you're close to an advancement. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, because we're like.
I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. It
Jeez.
refreshed all your drives and resistances.
have we hit a milestone yet?
But if
Hey,
it,
what do
if
they
it
do?
doesn't do all of them, I can put a drive. back on.
Milestone kicks in your
What-
circle.
what-
What does Daggerheart do for like level?
Not a train.
It
No, I can
does.
do- I
It
can
goes as high as
do
level
that.
10 right now, but it's a multi-tiered system. And every time you level, you like make a bunch of.
No, but how do you level?
Same way, milestone.
Oh,
yeah, same
milestone.
way.
Okay.
You can see it. This is the bard example.
Are you ready to throw out paperwork, aren't you?
Yes, I like to share.
I thought you didn't like to manipulate people.
Do you feel manipulated?
I do.
I feel manipulated.
I feel like people are trying to manipulate me to play
I love this.
Daggerheart.
She never sighs.
She's
She's the
all-
head tilt. It's the head tilt
We're gonna
every
take
time.
6 dice. We're gonna take all our trains because we should be refreshing that at the end of this game. So we're gonna take these 6 dice to use in today's game.
Well, we are one player less. Are you sure we don't need Reginald's accomplishment?
No, it's only the people here.
Well, no, I meant like she's counting how many
You have
steps
to
we
illumination
could go.
keys, and you get one for each person or something.
Well, you
Yeah.
get one for each. You get
There's 5 of us.
well, no, you get if all of you pass, you get a
Earn
set point,
4 if every player fulfilled at least
Right.
one illumination.
and then you have the 3 points, the 3 keys
And
as a circle.
2 if we we could earn 6.
We really gotta help some of you guys. We gotta stop these
Can I help you into your grave? It's a very shallow grave.
Yeah, let's
What was
remember
that
all.
guy's
Trying to
name?
help you.
Let's remember all our goals we need to do,
Marcus, can you go back out
My
in the garden and
favorite
dig a
one is
hole?
Doing something.
so we don't blow it like last time. And not help anybody.
Yes.
Yes.
We have to help.
Well, somebody help somebody. Somebody put them out of their misery.
We have to try.
They
True.
were, he was miserable. and
We
she helped
tortured.
him.
We tortured that guy. That was helping us.
Or support to those affected, and
Pretty
we
cool
have
stuff,
to
though, huh? That's just
fix
We-
up people for
We kept him
infection.
from dying when we were torturing him to death.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
We're going to.
He died a very happy death.
He was smiling.
Almost
when his eyes
painless.
rolled back into his head and then melted.
Yeah. So we all decided, right, that we're going to go talk to this guy as a group, basically.
I
As a
The
dog,
you're
Professor
talking,
won't. do it.
the-
The professor's going to help get rid of the body.
Who,
Is he
what's the
gonna-
who's the professor?
Bill.
Oh, Bill. He's yeah. The doctor's poop sick.
trying to.
Yeah,
I'm the doctor.
he might be.
He has a
He's
doctorate.
out of commission.
Hopefully, he's not eating the body.
My name's Buck, and I like to do crossword puzzles. There is a joke
Yes,
there.
there is a very dirty joke.
You have to watch.
Kill Bill.
No, not Kill Bill. Now you got me all mixed up. It's not Kill Bill. It's Pulp Fiction.
Ah.
Where he says, "My name's Buck, and I like to fuck." Yes,
No,
it's a
Quentin
movie,
Tarantino
and I
film.
can't
Yeah.
believe you haven't
Which
seen
we-
it. But that's
we
all right.
actually watched Reservoir Dogs last night.
Do they
At
let
least
you
threw
have
it
movies
on.
in the compound, or
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
did you make it to head Kool-Aid maker?
Once.
You get to put the special ingredient in. Yeah,
I was head Kool-Aid
wait,
maker
once.
once.
Don't get high on your own supply.
All right, between assignments, just so we get this right. Once your circle has finished an assignment, you may take some time to rest before setting off again. During this phase of the game, you'll clear all used gear slots and spend Candela Obscura resources to help you recover and prepare for the journey ahead. You may each choose up to 2 resources
I'm gonna use
to
it.
use for yourself. Stitch, heal all of your marks. A refresh all of your drives. Or a train, take a bonus die for the next assignment.
Okay, so that's each person. That's not as a group.
Correct.
Well, I thought that was one dice that we were putting out there for the group.
Yeah,
That I think is your circle ability, your special ability.
Ah,
that's not one we have.
It is one, but it's not one you have.
What smells like cat? Oh yeah, that beeful you got.
He's so fucking mean. Do that hateful stare.
It smells like roast cat. Oh
You want to try it? It's tasty.
no, I'm good.
Carne el gato.
Yeah,
Uh,
right.
good Vietnamese food.
What?
I said good Vietnamese food.
Yeah, at least it's not carne serrata.
It's,
Following morning,
tastes like chicken.
Professor, what's Bill's character's name again?
Original Brown.
Professor Brown,
Reggie,
Reggie,
to his
is
friend.
helping the Candela operatives deal with the
Marcus.
body from the cellar. So that'll keep him
Really
busy.
wanted to
How's
play
my
tomorrow.
cleaning?
How's your what?
Really wanted to play
Are
that
they
tomorrow.
getting a proper tinting doing?
What do you want to kill?
It is currently quarantined, and they will let you know when
Why?
it's
You
available
guys-
again.
He's the nicest guy you've ever
Currently,
met.
the clinic is not.
He's totally helped you guys out so many times.
Yes.
He's been a good friend to you guys, and what do you treat him like a murderer?
Dude, this is not my character.
This is really
saying
hot.
This is.
Did they ever
I know that.
Or do we send somebody to like, look for the girl?
The girl that saw.
The one that was infested with fleas?
I
No.
remember I told them when I did the thing that like there was like I was so shook enough that I couldn't go after her.
Is your-
Like,
how you-
It's probably best you didn't.
yeah, I was just do my
The
job.
following morning,
7%. Do you need
the professor and the body and the handlers have already taken care of the mess downstairs.
We're
What
just
do you guys want to
checking to
do?
make sure that everything's going good.
Well, I think we had decided that it was probably a good idea to go talk to the commissioner.
Yeah, and I
Well,
think
no, we needed to talk to Lady Annette Blythe from the donor to the Newfaire University.
she was going to
She
get us
was
an
going to
audience.
Get us an introduction to the
Introduction.
commissioner, rather than
Ah,
just trying
okay.
to go into.
I wanna
commissioner's
talk to the
office and say,
commissioner.
Hey, talk to us.
And we totally killed your guy.
We did not.
No.
That's all hearsay.
You're just,
We'll just take his
we're just,
glasses and we'll
wanted
throw him
for,
down on throw him on his desk.
random acts of chaos throughout the city.
Yes.
No, see, he's got plausible deniability on all that stuff because that guy told us that they're off the books. Those guys are off the books. There's no. We don't want to confront the guy. We didn't want to go, hey, guess what? We know a lot more than you think we know. We've had some people try to kill us and they didn't succeed.
We should work together.
And
We'd rather it stop.
you can have all the glory.
I bleed for you.
We want to. You don't need to mention that.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is you guys have to do the talking.
Aren't you a face?
No, she's the one that keeps running off
I
by
am
herself
safe.
and getting.
Yeah,
Well,
you're-
she
That's
was
much
a
way back
phase.
now, though, because
Yeah.
you, after you beat down, you took down.
Yeah, I did take.
We don't really have any talkers. We have one point in sway, but
Well, no, I still have sweet talk. I get sweet talk. So I can always put a glamour on my face
Is
to.
that because you took that scar?
I have no sway. Don't ask me to talk to people. I will
It just makes it more
Sway in the
interesting.
morning.
run and hide.
But I mean, it
No,
depends on
that's-
who you talk to.
Yeah,
I'll talk to him. I don't care.
well, it's probably Reggie.
My character doesn't know he doesn't have sway. I think he has. I think he thinks he's got a bunch of it. So that's how I'm going to roleplay it.
everybody dumps their drive on him.
Yeah.
There you go. Do that. Everybody jump.
Go!
Go. We give you a dice.
Does all the rude talking. He's like, you know what? I like the way you talk, sir.
All right. So that's what we're going to try and do, but we have to figure out what we're going to say to. Well, I guess let's talk to her first.
Yeah, because I
Well,
think the
um,
professor set it up, right?
Yeah, and in a
So
way, because she's a high society lady, and there's a possibility that I've done a performance for her before.
I like it better on my screen. So.
I might
I
be
think-
able to.
I think the
You
best-
need Candela.
I know, but
I think the
just-
DM should just basically say we've already talked to her, and then
not wearing.
and then now we're in his office.
You're like, no, you can't see. my
that's just me
nipples."
though.
Yeah, don't look at my nipples.
What do you think, Jason?
What?
The DM should just say we already talked to her. Now we're in his office to talk to him.
Oh no! You gotta go to the university. Nice try though, buddy.
Yeah. Can I play Bill's character?
No, because you're just gonna get high and read dossiers.
Isn't he already in induction?
Poke full of holes while you're sitting in the car.
Got chapped lips in the desert. Sorry.
Like I said, I've done
I
a
thought you were getting
performance.
ready to talk to someone.
I'm gonna get ready to
Getting ready to kiss ass.
talk to the mayor.
So I've probably done a performance for her, like at an event before. So I do probably already know her.
Well, let's get our talking points. Why do we want to talk to the commissioner?
So we stop trying to. So he stops trying to kill us,
Awesome.
and maybe get some help from him. And then he knows that we're not there to make him look bad. We're actually going to be there to make him look good by letting him have all the credit for whatever we do.
So he stops sending assassins at us.
Yeah.
What do we say to him to make sure he doesn't know that we're part of secret organization.
We don't tell them we're part of a secret
Yeah, of
Of
organization.
course. We don't.
We're in the Oprah book reading group, and we all started talking about this and decided to try to solve it.
We're not part of the conspiracy.
We are the book, the
Would
hand
we
and
ask him
dagger
to
book
find out
reading.
that?
About what?
Make sure he's not part of the conspiracy.
Well, then if he agrees, and then people still try to kill us, then we know. He's not going to tell us. If that's what
No.
you think.
There are ways
But-
to get
But
information.
there's a way to
Yeah.
kind of leverage it in a way that, like, hey, you know,
He's a politician. He wants power. That's all. That's all politicians really want. So if we tell him he's going to get reelected, and we can help him get reelected by him solving this thing that's going on in the city and take all the credit for it.
so we should kind of go at him like kind of like a booster club,
Right,
But not
exactly.
really with money, more with acts that we can help further your goals. And if you if we are continually pursued by assassins, maybe we could also work against your goals.
Yeah.
That kind of like a threat offer of assistance.
Slightly.
You know what I mean? You can lean
Well,
it. You
first
can
of
lean
all-
it towards the you know, we know what you did last summer, and we will expose you. Type
Yeah.
of thing.
Well,
That
you know,
could just mean
and-
that he wants to make us disappear, though.
also subtly in a way,
Well,
let him know that
he'll realize how risky
we
it was.
fucked his guys up, and he knows it. But we fucked his guys up. He knows it. Okay.
We're
now
not
we
to be
go.
trifled with.
Yeah. So we're not to be trifled with. Number one. Number two, we're laying our cards on the table, as it were. You know, not all of them. Not that we're a secret organization or anything, but hey, we fell upon this mystery. We're pursuing it because it's of interest to us. We're closer to you to this mystery. We've gotten closer to solving this mystery than you have. And now not only are we having problems solving the mystery, because somebody, I don't know who, is, you know, sending assassins to kill us, even though one of your assassins spilled the beans. And we can always use that
Did you
as the
learn
trump
commissioner's
card.
Name yet? I don't have a note saying that I gave you that yet.
Gabriel Oliver.
Who?
Gabriel Oliver.
I don't trust anybody with two first names.
No. Gabriel is his name. Oliver is what he does.
Clever. That's actually shockingly good.
I didn't bring any aspirin with me.
Sometimes I took it home in order to get rid of the 3 brains that I got.
I mean,
Gabriel
me
Oliver
as a
Bach.
player.
Boss.
Yep. Gabriel Oliver Voss.
BASS.
I don't think I have his last name.
With an umlaut.
His short term is he's known as Commissioner Voss.
The commish.
But commish.
Commissioner of the fish.
That's it.
Head of the periphery.
You know, because there always has to be
Patriotic.
drama or sitcom references to all the characters' names
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
in this
they
game
did,
for some
yeah.
reason.
That is the organization he seems to be using to keep track of you guys, based on your interrogation of the guy in the cellar.
It's like he doesn't want another fire in the city. What would he even think that he would be surprised?
But you don't get the feeling he knows who you are in the sense who you work for. It
Right.
based on interrogating the guy in the cellar, it feels like he doesn't know what the threat is, so he's assuming everything. So he's kind of his investigation seems to be very pluralistic, like everything is a target.
hmm
So you don't get the feeling he knows you work for Obscura or that you are privy to any of the ideas of what Obscura stands
And this is
for.
what we'll couch it like this: the professor, okay, Doc, me, we've all come upon this stuff through my archaeology, through his research, through your looking into these worm things, right?
The Unakoa.
Right.
Sacrificial rituals.
right? And we've stumbled upon this because
I don't know.
it stood out to us as individuals, and our knowledge, it stood out to us
Yeah,
as
do it here.
we understood what was going on, so we wanted to solve this because we know it's dangerous.
And I was brought into because somebody knew that I had knowledge of the runes that were on the body.
I think it's just
Right. So I mean, everybody has a part to play here,
We have to keep
and there's a reason why we're all together working on this, is because, you know, it was brought to our attention because of all of our knowledge. We said, hey, look, that's a ritual from the from the the tribes,
The Unacoas.
the Unacoas.
Yeah.
And now we know something. That's how we got involved in this. That we don't have to say anything about a secret
I
organization
mean,
or anything.
started to kind of put the link between the Unacoa indigenous history, maybe something to do with these worms or these parasitic
Yeah.
brain,
And
or-
where they're coming from, that tea company that's already being watched by people.
correct.
So we can just tell them, look, we know this is what's going on. They're shipping boxes of these worms all over the city, out of that tea shop. So you need to, you as the police the commissioner can have that tea shop hit and secured and that kind. So like, we need your help, and you need our help because we're closer to this. And if he really pushes it and wants to be an a-hole, we say, look, we already interrogated one of the guys, one of your operatives. So we know you tried to kill us, or at least tried to spy on us, but we're here to work with you. You want to get reelected? You want to go in for the big win?
I don't know
Don't
about
forget to
mentioning
throw
his-
in the fact
his
that we
operative
could
because he's dead.
continue the investigation under his guise of plausible deniability. He
Right.
can pretend like we don't, that he
Yeah.
has no connection to
Right.
this.
You have plausible deniability. We'll let you have all the credit. We just want to stop this from happening to our town because we care about it. And he can have all the credit, get reelected.
And maybe hide Morgana on the back because maybe he's attended one too many of her shows and that's why he's paranoid.
Right. So so we'll just go from there. And then if we have to drop the truth bombs, we
Maybe
can
I
drop
threw
the
a
truth
little
bombs.
powder
Because obviously he already knows. It's not like we're all secret. Everybody, they already know who we are. They beat
Yeah,
the shit
I
out of
mean,
you.
You have
They only
notoriety
know- they only
just
know his
from
back
Right.
description.
your
Yeah.
all your research that you've done. You're a
Right.
known figure in the
This guy's
community.
known in
They
the
don't-
city.
They don't know our names. They only know us by description.
Well, still,
Well, the ones that beat the shit out of me were the ones
they're
with the
following
worms.
us and all that kinds of stuff.
Well,
Had nothing to do with
no, that had to do with going into a area where they
And
didn't like people.
You know what I could
nosing
do? Even
around.
I could have
You
some
kind of
buddies
walked
around
into a
town.
lion's den,
They were part of the patriotic.
but we
Yeah,
don't
they
want them
were-
to make
they-
that
they
connection
are
because there
members
was a
of the
body
Patriotic League,
attacked
and they
in
are
that
hired
episode.
out as independent mercenary contractors.
Yeah.
So the commissioner is using them because they operate at a different level, but they're not exclusive to him. That organization just works for whoever pays them to do the work. So the union busters over in the steel just want to keep out organized and
Or keep out.
they want to
anybody
keep out
that's in-
people that are trying to change things.
or that
Steel
are sticking
makes
their
a lot of
nose in
money.
their business.
Yeah.
They want to keep
It
their
was the
stuff
Union
secret.
Busters that basically
And they might.
beat the crap out of me.
Yeah, but they work for the Patriot.
They would.
They took you to one of the pits.
So, if we have to mention the whole thing about people getting put into barrels and putting on fishing ships and all that shit, we will. But I mean, if
That's a
he
need
if
to
he
know.
tries to pump us for more information on that, because we don't know who's involved in what, because he might be. See, they might have the cops.
Might be paying somebody.
They might be paying the cops off to as for security, but they don't quite know what they're securing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they don't.
It's a graph to look.
Yeah,
the other
they don't
way, but
realize
not,
That they're
know
that they're
exactly what's
yeah
going on.
yeah they don't know exactly what's going on. They just think, hey, these people have a lot of money. They're paying us. Maybe they're backing him for the next mural race or whatever, and he's just thinking he's backing some chemical company, but in reality, he's backing cultists.
Yeah, who knows? That could be like
Or we go
It
in
could
there
be
and we're
like a
totally
back
fucked because he's a
channel for-
cultist. They're a cultist. Everybody but us is a cultist, and we're fucked. And we walk right into the middle of the layer. So there's our two options right
We
there.
all die.
All right.
no.
If that's
no.
the case with Michael, we keep him out on staff watch.
Well, I was thinking about having Phil keep an eye on us, make sure we walk out of the front of the building at least.
Yeah, good idea.
That's your buddy.
Yeah, my buddy Phil.
It's his contact.
Yeah,
He's
maybe.
currently he's over in one of the neighborhoods that borders societal, trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's doing that.
Good old-
But by the time we get done talking to her, maybe I can leave a message for him to call me and then get a hold of him.
Deja vu. Feeling from another life.
There's also there's also the
Being
contact.
left behind with the contact. Watch the front. Why does this smell so
No, you're not blowing things
No,
up.
who's nobody's getting left behind. Hey, and that's another thing. We need everybody in there because if it goes to shit, everybody needs to be in there to help everybody.
There's also the contact in the hovel.
But we'll leave him in a running car to get carjacked and stabbed since he's not here.
Angelica, do you have any of the? Oh wait, I don't know about those drugs that we could leave him with in the car.
We just dose him up in his tea. Here, have this tea real quick.
Morgana, can you help us out here?
Yeah.
Those are
important.
Little
They
bit,
have
little bit of
Those are
watermelon.
things I need for the purposes of meeting.
They put heroin in the Coca-Cola here. It's called Haracola.
It's called what?
Haracola.
Paracola?
No, Haracola. Heroin and Coca-Cola mix. I have a bad back. I use them every other hour. And if I don't, I get super cranky.
Pupils are permanently blown
Yeah, I'm just blown out. No,
He sees the world like a bat.
no, it's good. He's not a drug user.
Sorry.
Not yet.
Sorry.
Do we need to set up this?
No, okay. Now we're gonna go. The professor's gonna take us to go talk to that, or he talked to her, and what's going on?
I'll say that he calls over at the university to set up an appointment with her secretary so that you can have a lunch with her.
Really? All you know is a secretary? You can't just get right to her? Fuck you, man.
No, just pick up your phone and go.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, let me.
So creepy when he does that.
All right.
I'm not.
Well,
I'm not either.
I've never really noticed it because he's kind of like in my
Periphery.
peripheral vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really looking directly at him.
All right. So he sets up it with so anybody could have basically called her secretary and asked for a meeting. But okay, we'll take his. Thank God he has some inside
Well,
knowledge
maybe
into
Maybe he's like on a
her
short
actual
list.
office phone number is all the thing he knows.
Or maybe he's like on a short list because like she's like, okay, yeah, you're at the Rolodex. So
Yeah,
you
maybe.
should get a meeting.
Hopefully.
I mean, you'd think that.
I thought he maybe put it to her, so like they know each other. Nothing.
So,
No, we want to talk about support his campaign.
we're a booster club.
We're gonna have Dick Cheese do it, and then we'll go. We'll have him set up the meeting, and then we'll go into the
She's
meeting.
just
with the
making
mayors.
the introduction to the commissioner.
We're having a whole lunch with her now.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Well, then more than likely, for as far as for luncheon, the lady should.
Do I have to have manners for that?
Of course,
She's like scratching her armpits.
stealing the silver.
There's gonna be silverware.
Oh, now you got her like.
Now you got her excited.
I'll go.
I-
I'll do my hair. I'll make sure I'm wearing not stained clothing.
You're a river rat. What are you gonna? How are you gonna fix yourself up?
I'll put you in one of my dresses.
I'm sure we could find.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
Great.
How many times
Why
did
do
you
I
say
see a
woman?
shopping trip in our future now with this game? There's always got to be a
There's always
fucking
a-
shopping trip. Yeah, always a fucking. We got to go get new dresses.
Well, gotta go to the underwear store first.
Yeah,
The olden days.
change your underwear.
You go to the shoe store, the underwear store,
Yeah, then the sock store and the
pants
tie store,
shirt store,
the tie
tie
store.
store, the jacket store, the hat store, the wallet store,
The hat pin
suspender
store.
stores.
The ribbon
That's right.
store.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so this
Guys,
is.
guys have a lot.
See you next week, guys. Remember, play a game where you don't shop. No, just kidding. All right.
Okay, Travis.
Oh.
Well, I do know a milliner that has some ready-made clothes. I'm sure we can find some.
How about the Goodwill?
Will.
You can get everything there. Secondhand store.
I got close.
That is one of Jacques Richeau's
Go-to.
optimal places
Yeah,
to get new
Optimal
clothes.
place to get new clothes. Underwear are still good if they don't have holes in them.
You guys pile into the car, head over into Varnish, which will take you to where the university.
Okay.
As you head over there, there's
Did we already get dresses?
you're
Yes.
already.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went shopping.
Thanks, buddy. I love you, man. Love this DM.
Great thing
Well,
about
we
it,
don't even really
monetary
use currency, so
assistance
it's not really-
I know, right? I got $5,000 here, though. Look really
I
good.
mean, you can always pick like your equipment could just be a nice set
food.
of clothes.
Yeah.
You know, and that's your equipment for the day. That's part of your equipment choices. So
Mhm.
you always make your clothing choices part of your equipment choices.
I could have the Dr.
Um,
Jones suit. Bow tie.
It's a once again, it's cusp of spring, so the weather's kind of nice. You head over to the university compound where all the academia buildings are. They're reasonably close to the primacy periphery and all the triumphant buildings, the government buildings and everything. But when you arrive, standing out front, like patiently waiting, she's dressed very plain, almost dressed like she's just wearing khaki trousers, a white blouse, a leather jacket. She's got her hair pulled back. You guys just kind of park the car and come out, and based on what you were told, this is her. This is Annette Blythe. She's just kind of patiently, oh, no, my secretary told me that you'd be taking me to lunch.
Yeah.
Please, guys.
Hello, how are you? Not wearing
7-Eleven, 2 hot dogs, 99 cents. Glass of water.
any- do give me, since you did shake her hand,
Oh, God.
go
She's a
ahead.
cultist.
Lady in his place.
Go ahead.
God
and
damn,
give
she's got
me-
worms, man. Everybody's got worms.
No, give me a survey.
Is she scooting?
I'm gonna find a specialty warmer.
Yeah, she's scooting.
I got a 6.
6. Her hands are rough. A couple of her nails are broken. She doesn't keep them refined. Her hands are the hands of someone that digs. And the only other person you know that have hands like that?
Your guilt.
Like, we already know that she can go.
Well, I'm not, I'm gonna be like,
How do we know that?
Every
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's even got kind of like the digger's knuckles, where
Yeah.
they kind of crack from the
Calloused and
dryness
cracked
and the
and stuff,
callousy
yeah.
nature of it. You notice that she's only like wearing like an ivory pendant. She's not wearing any other jewelry. She's got some makeup on, but nothing overly fancy.
And-
she's wearing
and-
trousers.
And she puts makeup on like a dude would put makeup on, right?
I mean, she just puts it on very light.
Lightly.
Yeah,
all right.
just not a lot of it. Like she doesn't care. She doesn't have time.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a read. Absolutely.
Mystery skill stuff.
She looks a bit nervous. And apprehensive, but a little bit nervous. Well, there's 5 of you, and she's not familiar with you. She's given you.
I'm Buck Winchester. It's nice to meet you.
I know you. I'm sorry about what happened to your friend.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate.
it was a rough day.
Yes. We should talk shop sometime. I have some sites that might interest a person like you. You come rough and ready, don't you? It's always you giggling. It's always you giggling.
Yeah, I'm ready to work hard anytime I need to.
I'm gonna use my sweet
We
talk.
should go out for drinks and discuss it.
Yeah.
After lunch today, perhaps.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up and
Sounds like a
introduce
plan.
you.
Oh, I know you.
Hi, it's good to see you again.
Hey.
It's been a while since I've seen you at my show.
Yes. Why are you so fucked up? What happened?
I unfortunately.
Did your
Nice
hot
little
lifestyle
lucky one.
finally catch up to you?
unfortunately, the city itself at the moment is a little dangerous.
He's always dating. You gotta keep
It's
those
not
eyes
quite
open.
my
and-
element, though, dear.
Well, true. You are of stage. And the last couple of clubs I went to were not on the stage. Yeah.
I have been doing some research.
Oh.
Which actually might be through.
I don't have any albums. I only have
We have actually come across, in fact, one of the reasons we are here is we have come to seek your knowledge.
Well, you can seek my knowledge over lunch. I'm hungry.
Let's
And I don't
go.
do anything without
go,
bourbon.
let's go. And,
Shall we go to the Candid Bee then?
and
Great.
since he
Okay, great. Then we'll go there.
It's also incredibly expensive and kind of
That's fine. I got cash
Okay.
from selling the
They
things
take
that belong
cars.
in museums to
Yeah.
people that don't run museums.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of the opposite of Indiana Jones. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm more the bad archaeologist guy from the Indiana Jones.
She kind of walks amongst the five of you, and it takes about maybe 5 minutes to get there. It's a mixed outdoor cafe and indoor seating kind of arrangement. The maitre d' sees her and goes, your usual spot here. Yes, if you would, please. 6. Okay.
While we're walking
reading the
along and
Hater Tea?
everything,
I'm reading the menu.
and before we go to get there, I would just want to be able to do active surveys to kind of look for anybody following us.
It could be before she gets something that I just
What'd you get?
this maybe 6.
6. I mean, it feels pretty much like her regular lunch spot. She does kind of look the type that likes to eat fancy food and drink good liquor, and this place is kind of known for it.
Make sure that it's like a doorway for people to
And you're paranoid from the red lamp that's beginning to set in.
And my shop.
and worms crawling after
was
you
my
in the
safe
shop.
space.
Yeah.
And
It
could have
worked.
ran
That's
each
my
time,
safe
but didn't.
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
A 2?
Yeah,
Far as you can tell,
terrible.
Perfectly fine. Nothing
Yeah,
out there. Nothing
I
following you.
can see.
Also,
I tried.
All right, so we,
Let's make sure there isn't anybody who's like, I don't know, like the people that have been in my house lately.
Fair enough. Do you want to do a focus or a survey? Okay, let me focus.
I'm-
oh,
You can jump, or we can jump you.
Fair point.
That's
You
a
have an advancement potentially coming up.
it's a 5 on my guild.
Yeah,
so I
did
get
we
that.
want to
Okay.
throw each
Um,
person one of those purple dice to use?
Standing there while the maitre d' is like patiently
what's purple
having a
dice?
table set up,
An extra die to
you
use.
start
and
looking
a die.
around at the crowd.
Okay,
Um,
I
Case
want
of
my dice
emergency.
okay.
The crowd is a
Mine
mix
now.
of 2 types of people, from what you can tell. It's a mix of people that work in the government buildings, but probably at like a management level. The other people have like they're the donors, they're the money people. So there's a lot of money people here, and there's a lot of people that work within the triumvirate here. This feels like
So upper middle and high class.
yeah, and it feels like this is their place that they come and they eat and they drink, and they don't expect to be fucked with. Kind of vibe. You also pick up on the fact that near the kitchen swing door, there's a very kind of security looking guy. He's wearing all black, a simple black tie. You can easily see the bulge of the gun underneath his coat. No, this guy looks more specialized, and like maybe he's there to protect certain people that might be there. You also notice with that roll out of the corner of your eye, sitting in a car, sitting in one of the phoenixes, and looking into the crowd. A guy similarly looking as the guy that's by the kitchen swing door, who's just kind of keeping an eye on everybody. So you get the feeling there might be a high-profile person here, but you're not really sure who it is.
So basically, this meeting can't get too much into what we are. We have to be more to make you introduce us to. This is
Yeah,
not-
that's the whole point.
Or that was
I
the
know,
whole
but this
point
is
of the
too
meeting.
public to be talking about anything.
We don't need to
Shoot.
talk to
No,
her about
we don't
it.
need to talk
We're not
to her
talking about anything. I'm going to show her my notes of my last dig, and the occult aspects of what I was doing.
Did you find anything interesting up there yet?
Well, I found this, and I have a picture of it in there.
Oh, fascinating. That's an ancient urn from quite a few centuries ago. What'd you get for it?
I got $5,000.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I'm giving you 8.
I'll have to come to you next time.
Yes. See, that's how this works.
Yes.
Don't be
Well,
silly. Don't be stupid.
I never try to be, but I don't know all the contacts, but now I do.
Yes. Give me a sway. Give yourself an extra D6 because you showed her what you found up on the site.
I'm examining the silver.
And I'm gonna work for it.
Is it real silver?
It is.
A 6.
Put some in your pocket.
Not immediately.
We can't take the
They're all like sitting at the table. Having
This is why other people can't have
Hey,
that
looking
thing.
over there, like looking at the
Look,
silver.
I pull $100 out and just slide it to her.
She like
Yeah.
she looks at it, goes.
Mm.
She starts taking silver out of her pocket. She puts
Yeah,
the
right.
100 in, and
Cups
puts the
back.
silver back in.
Yeah, right. The waiter's wallet, drops it on the floor so we can find it. Yeah. Anyway, so I got a 6.
Share next.
Getting kind of smuggler vibes up is what you're getting.
Okay.
She's probably a really good candidate for smuggling. Is what it
Perfect.
feels like.
All right.
And she's not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Okay. Great. All right.
So
Looks like a lady at the time.
I don't often take lunches with such large groups of people, but the bourbon and the ahi ahi here is amazing. So you should order that.
I'll have that.
Put
What is
it on
that?
you?
Yes. Order what you all want.
Oh. Never
Finest
know.
bourbon.
It's
Bring
always
us a
nice to
bottle of
know
your
that
finest
something's
bourbon.
on you.
I don't mind spending my money. I don't like being in the city any much longer than I have to be. The quicker
It's
I
nice
spend
to
my
get
money,
your hands dirty and get your fingers into those tight places.
mhm,
I'm gonna go
yes.
work the room.
I like really digging
Okay.
out. I like digging out holes.
It's like the blatant flirting is like to the point you're like, oh, fuck, just get the hotel room.
You got to have the right tool for the job, though, to really get in there deep to find what you're looking for.
Well,
Find the sweet spot.
Angelica looks like she wants popcorn.
one of the bus boys comes out, puts a thing of popcorn down.
Yeah, I'll go the bourbon and the steak and potatoes.
Okay,
And
you must be a war vet, then, yeah?
Yeah, I've done my time.
Got the look. You got the look. Done any security work?
Off and on a little bit, but it's just mostly friends that I know that refer me to small jobs.
I have a friend who goes by the name of Richard Hammond. You should.
oh
You
my
should,
God, no, because they're from sitcoms. We don't have the fucking names. We know them by heart.
He's from Jurassic Park, you asshole.
Okay.
Combination of names. Richard Hammond works for a little organization that does little contract work for me. Security, pure
Engine.
security work, easy.
Engine.
You get to carry around your own pistol, keep people safe. I promise. I have the look of someone that's seen enough of bad to know stay out front.
Yeah, that's it for the most part. Or if I get into it, I know how to get back out. It's
That
always
is usually the
useful.
hardest part to do. It's easy to get in, but sometimes the timing of getting in can be so dangerous.
Yes.
I don't want to seem ham-handed in our interactions at all, but we're looking for your help.
Yes, I was going to inquire. A group of this size. Oh, there goes your illusionist friend to work the crowd. They don't really.
Freaking
Don't
keep
really
her
like
down.
that here. Like,
I'll go get her.
Listen, are you a monkey?
No, she's a circus freak.
I can say, man, what the hell?
you guys watch it, like she just kind of slips into her performance mode. As you do, and Angelica's about to go find you and bring you back. Give me a survey. As you're trying to see who is and isn't
Uh.
paying attention to you.
Ew, common street performer. A prostitute. Mm.
No, I have the song from like Aladdin gone through my head.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a survey too to see if I see anybody.
Jeeves, remove the
If I see
scoundrel.
anybody paying attention.
Yeah,
to her.
that's fair.
I got a 2.
Too. Okay.
I got a 5.
No
I
I
street
think they're really
performer.
into it.
I mean, she's
Why does it perform the trick?
she's doing her best.
Now
to,
you
like,
want to be a hoe? You get a huge shot of yourself.
you didn't go the red lamp for that.
I am.
You didn't go the red lamp. You notice that a lot of people are looking at her. Some are recognizing her from her club performances, but there's one particular table that doesn't seem to even care at what she's doing. And more importantly, that's when you catch a glimpse of the security guy at the kitchen door who's watching that table.
Okay.
And there's 3 individuals at that table, 2 women and a man. They're dressed very, very like posh, like they're upper end echelon. You can tell. They seem to be in a very intense conversation. There are papers on the table. There's drinks and food, like one of those working lunches or whatever.
I got an apple. Oh no, it's a strawberry.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
right?
Things are like huge. What are you doing eating fake fruit?
They're a little bit bitter though. They definitely want to be.
strawberries, everybody.
There you go.
Big strawberries is dispersed.
Well, these ones are straight out of the field too.
I really
So,
like it.
yeah.
So, do I retreat?
It's not bitter.
Yeah, you get alongside of her and you kind of, pull her. Give me a sway as you're trying to do your performance.
That one.
Jesus.
I know, right? They're actually pretty sweet. They're not too bad. I don't like. That's the sweetness that I like because the glycemic
Yeah, you
levels
don't
are
like
lower.
the super
Five.
sweet.
The
You like
super sweet ones are like eating sugar.
5 gilded.
5 gilded?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get your drive back if you used any drive.
No.
Thank you.
As Angelica comes up to kind of pull you back to the table where the conversation's going on, like all the tables start to applaud. Oh, look, it's an act, it's a performance. So it's like you and Angelica are standing there. She's like pulling you back, and now there's at least 3 dozen people now paying attention to you. Do you want to continue to
I want to go
perform?
hang. I'm actually going to use my magic show gimmick
Okay.
and do some really sleight of hand kind of things, like pull it.
The whole restaurant dies.
You're not gonna juggle daggers,
I might throw it at her, but then
and they go through the same holes. Open the stitches back up.
Panels installed.
Yeah, right. Just let it heal with openings, and then go.
Got a pierced palm.
Mhm.
So I mean, basically, but then I'm gonna kind of peruse the room a little bit more to see if I see any more people that I recognize.
Now she'll give you an extra D6 if you go with her. Because like they're now thinking you're part of the act, so it's kind of like
Yeah, well, their tensions like elsewhere. She's like robbing them blind, pocketing them
I
all.
mean you're free to make some finesse rolls.
Yeah,
like you can do some controls. Let's see, give me a control with an extra D6 because she's technically helping you as well, and this little duo is going to be circumventing the room.
These are all good. We want to get through this.
But, okay.
Don't tackle the alien on this one, okay, guys?
You're never going to let them live that down.
I would do it.
The other half that did's not here.
Yeah.
So while they're distracting, you're talking to Lady Blythe. So what can I do for the 3 of you? And your friends are off. I imagine you already know their thing, perhaps.
We need a private audience with the mayor. With what do you call him? The commissioner.
The commissioner
Commissioner.
of the periphery.
Yes.
Or the top cop, as they like to call them.
Yes.
He owes me some favors, of course. He's on my payroll. May I inquire as to the nature of the subject matter when I approach him about it? A open invitation is
no.
not going to work.
I understand that. It's about his reelection campaign.
Give me a sway with an extra D6.
No, I think I'll use my extra dice on this one. 4.
Interesting. You don't strike me as the political type.
Well, not the political type, but I'm the staying alive type.
Fair enough.
And
If it's about his re-election or his eventual election as Primarch, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to meet you. I could probably guarantee you an audience if you allow me to travel with you and your friends to go see him. You'd be more relaxed and probably more being perfectly honest strangers. It's not always easy for a politician.
I'm okay with that.
Good. Let's finish our meal. I'll make those arrangements happen. Yes.
Going by the table that was not, interested in what she was doing. Is there like a route to the bathroom by their table?
Yes, there is.
Okay, I'd like to go to the bathroom and then kind of do like a survey to kind of see if
Yeah,
I see
go
what's
for it.
on the paper.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead.
High
and
risk.
Use a
I'm not gonna
drive.
lie. High
I'm
risk.
using a drive and I'm using my extra die.
Oh, here's your extra
Oh,
die back.
and I will give you. I will give you a drive. I will give you a drive.
Angelica and Morgana are key to being able to give you a drive because they're kind of distracting the crowd. So they could give you a drive as well.
Okay,
I'll
great.
give you a drive.
Okay, so you need one from you. And
Which one is it?
then,
Oh, I
intuition. Yeah, it's kind of. I was gonna help Buck, but I didn't have any drives.
Where's intuition?
Okay, I got a 65.
Oh, intuition.
Unfortunately, the 5 was on my gilded, but
I
it's
mean,
still
you
a
can take
6.
the 5 and
No,
take the
I'll
drive
take-
back
I'll
for
take the
everybody if
6.
you want. Take the 6.
I'll
Okay.
take the 6.
Is the train considered a gilded one?
The one for the special ability. Read it. Should tell you.
I don't. It doesn't say. It doesn't say anything here.
That means it doesn't. It isn't. Isn't
Yeah, I
No,
don't-
it doesn't even tell us what it does.
Just
says
the-
Where is
The
the book of
dice.
Candela?
Bitch and train.
Where's the book?
No, those are not considered gilded.
Yeah, so it's not gilded.
circle
So
ability that does.
it's
allow
just a
you to-
bonus die. So,
Yeah,
Just a
there's your
bonus
bonus die back.
so that's. But I'll take that. I
Take the
I,
six.
want, I want
Okay.
a success on this.
As you walk by their table, they have multiple sets of blueprints out. One set of blueprints is of the harbor. Another set of blueprints are some buildings. And from what you can tell in the listening to them talk as you walk by, they seem to be discussing tearing down the old harbor and rebuilding a waterfront district.
Okay, so that it's kind of like it would be.
Sounds like a
The
development.
Revitalization type thing.
Not even that. No, it's from what you're seeing, this is a development for a very specific purpose.
Like it's a pentagram.
Okay, it's the ninth point to the
Yeah.
ninth level of hell.
Otherwise known
They
as
all
the law of nines.
They have rocks and hammers at their
All right.
table.
Okay, that's. I
All
go
right.
use the head and
Okay.
go back.
Come back. Okay. The lunch goes by pretty well. So you two have a pretty good swing of the performance by the time you get back to the table to sit and finish lunch. When everything's done, Annette tells you that she'll have a car come and pick you up from wherever you want to get picked up. You may not want her to know.
No.
So
Major
she said-
hotel. A major hotel.
Okay, that's fair. We'll call it the Regency, the Newfaire Regency. And lunch goes according to plan. The two of you make a little bit of money, make What's really interesting is because she rolled so well, she managed to pick the pockets of one of the individuals that was having the intense conversation. And so you've got that wallet.
Bless you.
And in that wallet, you find a periphery badge with a badge number. You also find a Patriot League card. And you also find a folded up piece of paper with the names of people that were killed down on the docks.
Yeah, she just picked the pocket of the guy that we want to have a meeting.
Now, one of the commissioner,
No,
The people who died.
people that were found on the docks that Phil is currently looking into.
Is there any what would she say about, she mentioned that, he's on her payroll. I want to delve more into that a little bit.
Yeah, you give me a read on that one, see if you pick up anything interesting on there.
One and a 6.
1 and a 6.
So I didn't get shit. I just have to take the lower.
I've been this entire time just watching.
Okay.
But I
Is
do
there a
let her
chance
see
I
my
could make that vote?
Yeah. I mean, I would say that you kind of catch Royce's like sudden curiosity, like a tick of a twitch when she mentions payroll, like she was being obvious on purpose. You can give me a read on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Or she's clear. You get the feeling she's testing everything. She wants to figure out where in the line you guys are. You willing to cross it, or do you follow the line? She's seeing if any of you are crooks. What it feels like.
She feels like
She feels like somebody that makes and breaks crooks.
She feels like someone who knows.
Yes, exactly. So you guys gather back up at the house.
I'm totally a crook,
Yeah, she'd be a crook.
but I was very quiet.
Annette's the
She's
kind
more of a
person-
kingpin.
Yeah, smuggler kingpin. Is the best way to
I
describe the vibe
was-
you got from her.
Very quiet, although she might potentially see me.
she's just observing.
So with that, afternoon fades into late afternoon. You guys kind of gather back up at the house. Is there any equipment that you want to bring with you tonight when you go talk to the commissioner? Commissioner
Always
Moss. Okay.
I'd like a heavy weapon, like a handgun.
Okay.
And
Handgun?
body armor.
I'm
And
gonna
body- you have your secret body
And
armor.
then I'm gonna take the blackjack just in case.
Okay.
I get to choose three.
Like,
Yeah, if you want, choose 3.
What else?
I'll take the containment and my flash
There's
powder.
weed
and
in the
smoke
commissioner's
I think it-
and I share.
You're just
with everybody-
paranoid.
She works for the Obscura.
Yeah.
I share with everybody what I saw on the table
Violated
when I
my
walked by
words.
that they were
Twice.
looked like they were a business deal
One's in the
for
red lamp and one's at your clinic.
a harbor
Oh.
renovation or of some sort.
I'll take the detective.
And I will take a vial. I'm gonna take a dagger and my smoke bombs.
Okay.
They'll let us in there with weapons.
I doubt it.
They're gonna be very well concealed on me.
Well, I mean, you are taking the risk of having Annette introduce you. It would probably be rude to stop her and search her.
Yeah.
So,
So we probably can walk in there. But
Do we
She's,
still do-
she's
do we
already
still do first aid
recognized me
kits?
for who I am, so
That's
it's
part of
not-
the 3, right?
yeah, you,
Okay, I'm gonna take
basically, you can create any equipment that you want.
He can basically passes her body.
I want a thing so like just my some illusion of
already
me's there.
passed for the group
Yeah.
bodyguard in a sense.
Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
yeah.
I want my cloak
She,
of
she
illusionary thought.
ascertained
Yeah.
what my purpose was with the group. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take forged paperwork. know what fortune is for, but fortune paperwork.
Okay.
That, says like standings.
Okay.
Something you have to fortune the office.
Robert, do you think that the commissioner would like drugs as a bribe?
We got money. We're not going to bribe them with money like that.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think you don't want to bribe them with something that's illicit.
I'll bring
I mean,
some
he
money, but
might be
I mean,
unopposed to
usually
gaining
bribing with-
from it, but bringing it
Okay.
into his presence would be like a bad thing.
Usually bribing people with things that are illicit works.
Well, yes, but
money is good for
because of
politicians
because
too.
of his position. If he's in the same room with it, then he might suspect that they're trying to set him up. Or
Like blackmail them or something.
Did,
You
Catch
don't
him in
think
that.
he uses it? I mean,
did he,
not
Not from his
tell us what
office.
they-
yeah, I found a wallet
Right.
off of one of those guys. I mean, he dropped it, and I got to give it to him.
What was in it?
A badge, Patriot League card, and a paper with all the people's dead people's names on it. And is there any other information that can just list the dead names?
Do we got a name on that badge or just a number?
Just a number. Let's Google it.
We can give him.
Let's Newfaire it.
Let's Newfaire it.
Right.
We
Let's
can.
Noogle it.
Okay. Everybody
We
ready?
can give him a description of the people he saw at that table, because if he's not being involved in their planning, he should probably be made aware of it.
But it-
Hey, before we go in, you gotta call the precinct. Give them the badge number.
Is-
This officer
is there
helped you out,
any-
you wanted to
Anything in the
send something
newspapers
out.
or anything about
didn't know who to address it.
anything going down at the docks, like the
Give me a focus. Say that you're waiting down in the sitting chairs as people are getting ready for the drive out to the Regency.
two?
Two?
Yeah, so
Nothing particular. I
Okay.
mean, nothing notable. Just the occasional mention of an article about the mysterious murders and
Okay.
what's been going down in the docks.
now, did you tell us about the conversation they were having?
No, I told you guys about the plans that were on
Yeah.
the table.
So they were talking about
Uh,
remodeling the docks.
yeah.
Is there anything in the news or reported or coming soon
About construction.
about construction and remodeling?
That's all. I mean, you can give me
Or like property sales recently or changing of hands?
Okay, let me ask you
give me a
this:
focus that you're being specific.
Is specifically, I'm gonna help.
Okay, give her an extra D6. Or if you want to give her a drive.
I don't want to give her a try, but I will say, it is the newly acquired area that they're talking about repurposing in the dock area have to do with anything of the missing people,
Or have they
like
been-
their
or their
residences or anything
bodies
like
being found in the area that they would like to renovate, like they're trying to
That's a
drive
focus.
down.
Somebody needs to make a focus on that. Taking that
that.
information.
Who's
putting
got
it
good
together.
focus?
Railing Owen.
Okay,
me.
use your focus on that. If the dock area that they're rebuilding has anything to do with either where the bodies were found or where those people were living at the time, or whether the fog rolls in, anything that has to do with what we
If
know.
it would
Give me a
make-
focus, yeah.
If it would make the real estate easier to
I'm
acquire.
gonna spend a drive on that.
Yeah, because if there's the dead bodies and stuff,
People
that might be.
5.
Are gonna
Yeah.
want to sell it.
As you get the
Might be
information
lowering
from
property
Buck and talk with the others, with your clinic being so close to the harbor, and the description that you get in regards to the blueprints that Buck saw, yeah, they match. Same location.
So they're coming out to the clinic.
Well, what can I tell
No,
But-
It's not in the harbor. So.
But your clinic did get a box. And where else were those boxes going? Because I think we talked about that last time, that they were making deliveries all over in portions of the city.
Very specific areas.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
specific areas.
A lot of the government places, the periphery, triumvirate, the primacy locations.
And if those people get infected, that makes them more susceptible to being basically said, "Oh, let's sign over your home."
Those brain worms?
Mm-hmm.
Many people read it.
The more you guys are talking about this, the more you're beginning to realize that maybe it's feeling like maybe what's been happening is an experimentation. And now maybe they're moving on from that phase.
They were laying the groundwork, and now they're moving forward with the actual
Well,
plan.
kind of like when you had the seamstress come in, she's not a person of power or placement. There's no reason for her to be infected. The people over in the red lamp, there's no reason for them to be infected.
You mean the one that passed away of natural causes in our basement?
You're back at your house. There's not like
The one
Oh,
that
okay.
expired of,
Yeah, natural causes.
ecstasy.
Anyway,
just unnaturally delivered.
but he had mentioned that
That's what brings this all center for you guys. You begin to realize all the occurrences so far that you've experienced these parasitic creatures. And he described them as parasitic brain symbiote creatures that were discovered in Unacoa, indigenous lands. Piecing everything together, it feels like so far everything they've done is experimental. They're trying to figure out how to get these things to work. Maybe. Or maybe they're just taking advantage of the side effects and just killing people.
It either kills or
They're up to something. And this periphery guy, this league guy, he's just kind of a leatherfoot out there just trying to figure out what all the information was. So from what you gleaned from him and what you guys have been learning, it feels like there's two things maybe going on here and kind of accidentally working off each other. One is somebody has stumbled across these parasites and they're doing experimentation. Another one is somebody is using very classic serial murder-like-esque murder scenes to make it look like people are being purposely murdered under suspicious circumstances down in an area where they want to rebuild.
because the bodies that we found weren't infected with the worms.
Or not. No.
So they were ritualistically
Yeah.
sacrificed.
So these are two separate but
So far,
similar things in some ways.
they're kind of living off of each other right now.
Yeah.
Finding the link between the two might reveal who's responsible. Before long, you guys grab all your gear, your kit, your notes, and everything you have, and you go full reservoir. Put all the same clothes on, all black. And
I got dip on the tracksuit. No.
Why do I gotta be Mr. Pink?
Kidding. It's just the look of you guys doing that.
Hey, why do I gotta be Mr. Pink? Mr. Pink sounds like Mr. Pussy.
Hey, Table of Horrors rated us. Thanks.
Hey.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
I guess they like this other table of horrors.
Yeah, exactly. Copyright, don't you hum that.
Table of horrors, maybe.
So with that, you guys pile into the car, head over to the Regency. As you stand in front of the Regency, eventually a large car arrives. You guys pile into it. Annette is sitting in one of the seats. It's she refers to it as a limo, which is one of these new inventions of like these modern age kind of luxury vehicles. Drives you over into the very center of the Triumvirate. Coming into the Triumvirate, you begin to realize that there are nothing but government buildings, and they're all brand new. Sans the fire that took place 10 years ago.
Fucking arsonist.
The Central Parliament building is the focus of the Triumvirate. They used to be more condensed in their previous architecture of their design. Now they're more spread out. So in this case, you go driving by Parliament and you go driving by the primacy buildings and some of the other kind of bureaucratic structures. And you get down into like a very kind of, oddly enough, a very kind of like garden compound where it's this really, really big wall and iron
Ritzy, yeah.
fence. And it's just nothing but wide open gardens. And in the very middle of it, just this very kind of like, simple 10-story building. Nothing fancy about it at all. And as the car pulls up to the gates, there's heavy security. They kind of look at Annette and just kind of wave her in. The car starts going up the main drive towards the front of the peripheral building. So, there's protocol. And there's protocol is be sincere. If you're going to lie to him, make it feel as if he knows and that it's acceptable. If you are truly here to donate to the political run, start with that. Should butter him up quite nicely. I will do the initial introduction. Probably take place in his office. Be mindful, he will have extreme security there.
Mm-hmm.
What would be a donation that would not be insulting?
I think 5,000 would be acceptable.
Shit. Back to the dirt
She
digging.
rolls a reed.
All right.
Well, I thought
I'll
we did.
I'll blow my wad then.
I thought we agreed that we weren't necessarily. It was our
Yeah.
actions or our services. That we
Well,
provide
yeah,
so
but
much,
you
or
know,
finances.
sometimes you got to grease the wheels.
Maybe start with 2.
We can always kill him and take it back. No, I'm just kidding. No, you got to grease. Sometimes you got to grease
Hey,
the
you got that
wheels.
that called you a murder hobo in the other game?
I don't know why they do. Murder hoboing is just going through a town and
is
killing
he
everyone.
hot?
I mean, I kill for a purpose. I know. Is he hot?
So the car pulls up. All the doors are open. There's security at the main entrance. She kind of walks you in, and you saw the movie The Matrix, right?
Yes.
Minus the metal detectors, because this is obviously
Right.
free technology like that. It's just a simple guard sitting at a wood desk. This long marble hallway to like a single old school elevator with one person there. And Nick comes over to the security guard. Gotcha. Good to see you again. I have friends to see Commissioner Voss. He looks up.
Bullet time. You're on one side, I'm on the
He looks up, looks at the 5 of you. Very well, sign here. He signs. Very good. And she starts leading you guys down the hallway to the elevator. The elevator has no numbers. You just, as you all pile in, the elevator operator lifts the lever, and you can hear him silently count to himself. And then at 60, it starts. Felt like you went up. The gates swing open. It's a very long marble hallway, yet again, with no other doors but one door at the very end. And there's a guy standing out in front of that door. Annette, she leads you down, and she stops in front of the security guy. Commissioner Voss in by chance? Annette, you know he is. Go on. She opens the door. But when you go into his office, it's like, it's palatial. So simple on the outside, simple on the inside. But when you get into his office,
extravagant. Yeah.
it's one giant room. Humongous, like 2,000 square feet. But the room is partitioned into all the things he needs it to do. So, like, there's a sitting area. There's an area where he's got all these chalkboards set up. You see writing up on it. His main, like, giant desk with everything on it. And as you walk in, he's a bit on the pudgy side, but tall. Very short black hair, but shaved underneath. And he's got just a little wisp of a shaved, like,
It's a soul patch,
yeah, just like a little tiny
ball
soul patch,
bumper.
right?
All right.
And he kind of turns. Ah, Annette, bring me guests. Who do we have here?
Morgana stopped by messengers.
I am familiar with your work. Don't mind. I like my rings and I like my wallet. I'm just kidding. You, sir, you have the look of a soldier. Did you serve in the Great War?
Yes, it is.
Good. You are
Nice to meet
welcome here. What is your name? Very pleasure to meet you. There is no introductions from this man here. Quite the purveyor of adventure and excitement. You apologize. Very unfortunate business.
Not your fault.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't implying it was. And you are. No, I'm sorry. I don't. Pleasure to meet you, Doctor. And it's stunning. Who may you be? Oh no, dear.
Got an ace in the hole.
Angel.
Angel, you most certainly are. What happened to your wings? Annette, please sit. Bobby, drinks, please.
He's a politician.
I want to get
Well-
politicians are usually used to shaking hands. I want to get a read on that.
Yeah, take a read.
They didn't want to shake your hand.
Mhm.
Or not.
He's a hypochondriac. You recognize it medically. In fact, you realize he's got slippers on instead of shoes, and you realize that his fingernails are a little unnaturally long, like they're longer than they
There's
should.
pee in jars
be.
around the.
Um,
Is there pee in
Jeez.
jars all around?
I give you a survey and you look around the room.
Is
Oh,
there
hell,
one
yeah.
finger longer than others? Or a nail that's
give me a
slightly?
focus.
I got a 4.
You can give me a focus on that with high risk.
I got a 4.
Okay, that's fair. You don't see, other than the fact
I-
that the space is like immaculate, like nothing is dirty or out of the ordinary.
Okay. Did we keep our shoes on when we came in, or did they make us put our slippers on?
Yeah, it wasn't quite that bad.
Okay.
Hypochondriac in the sense that he's afraid he might get sick.
He's very careful not to get
So a
sick.
bit of a germaphobe and a bit of a hypochondriac at the same time.
You want this
Great.
weapon? You're fucking. I'm sorry.
There's
You're effing on.
There's a moment he catches you staring at his hand, and he kind of like jams them into the the vest lapel of his jacket, and kind of gives you a very kind of hard stare. You should take a break.
What?
Well, please, it's always good to have fellow supporters in my cause here. Please have a seat. Bourbon, scotch, nice wine, a beer, perhaps for a veteran of
I'll go with the Scott.
Scotch. Good to know that you have good taste. Please, Bobby, serve. You guys kind of like crash out in the lounge area of his office. And he kind of sits in this big chair, and he isn't very comfortable in the chair. So he kind of, squirms a bit when he finally, and he's like,
The worms
Well-
settle down.
Annette, how can I be of assistance to your friends? Annette looks at me and goes, I have to be honest. I just guaranteed them the conversation. I am going to respect their privacy. So if you don't mind, I am going to help Bobby pour more drinks. Of course, always the good hostess that she is. Of course. So, what am I to buy, steal, and beg for?
Well-
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm kidding.
First of all,
Yes.
like to give you a donation to your
very nice.
campaign.
Please, right on the table there. That would do quite nicely.
Put it down.
No need to count.
Yeah.
The fact that you were so mindful to start our wonderful conversation that way shows me how much you care about this conversation. Well
We do
done.
care quite a bit about this conversation.
Good.
I think we're putting ourselves at quite possibly at risk to talk to you about some of the things we're going to talk to you about.
Give me a sway high risk.
What's that mean?
If you have drive, you probably want to use it. Or if you have extra ability or extra
I would
dice.
like to help it.
I know it's been a while, but I used to use it as a way to remind
Okay.
you.
I'll give you one of my drugs.
I
Okay.
give you one of my drive.
Okay, and I'll take my drive.
I'll give you mine.
Just my presence was abundantly in nature.
Oh, okay, so
It's very reassuring.
5. I got a 5.
You got 500 Ghelfi.
Yeah, I got a 5 on my gilded
So you
too.
get to get your drive back.
And so does anybody
Oh.
who helped you.
So anybody,
No, I only have a gilded up there.
okay, you didn't go back.
Okay,
Okay.
keep eating your Cheetos, kid.
He looks around. Annette, could you and Bobby maybe use the patio outside for a bit, please? That's it, yeah. Marcus, you and the others can wait in the other room, of course. But keep closing the doors. Emily is. Does this information bear told?
Well, as you know me. I'm an archaeologist, and I've sometimes come upon strange things that happen, and something in the city piqued my curiosity.
Would it have happened in the harbor by chance?
Yes,
Unfortunate business, then.
it is, and it wouldn't have really piqued my interest as an archaeologist had it not been for certain traditional aspects of it that have an occult nature.
Yes. Takes me back to those 10 years ago when we had a sudden surge of occult activity. Quiet since. I can assure you I've got some of my best people working.
Well, and then there's
What do you mean, a run-in?
yeah. Yeah, what do you mean by that? This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Is
Oh, that's unfortunate. Dear, what? What do you mean?
there a restroom nearby?
Oh, no, you don't want
Oh.
to miss this.
Oh no.
We just went down there.
I went to introduce myself to some possible contacts, and unfortunately, I was set upon quite maliciously
Where?
down at still.
Symbol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give me a sway. Extremely high risk.
Oh, do I have a?
That is actually that is,
I'm gonna go outside
And
her
that is
kind of
my
pat her,
gilded.
like, mother,
and I'm going to
like,
take a
comfort
drive.
and give
You
her
have
it's
that
her
one.
drive.
Take my drive.
It's a sway, right?
And you can give me a read while he answers.
You're taking a sway.
I'm taking this way and a drive.
I'm driving. I mean, 'cause
I'm driving.
And you took my drive too.
I'm being,
Got another
I'm being comforting here.
Yeah. I'm not a good reader, so
5 and a 6.
You got
So
six.
6 on my regular and a 5 on my gilded.
so 6.
Okay. Oh, the steel. Well, I have some jurisdiction there. I can assure you, my people do not operate in steel. If you were accosted by anybody, it was probably those corporate thugs that protect the corporations. I do not get involved in such things.
Okay. Stepping back.
Yes.
We kind of like to solve this mystery of these ritualistic killings.
Yes. Back
But-
on task.
But
back
we
on
would,
point.
but we
Well,
would
you're
really
all-
like to
They-
give
they were
you
accusing
the
me of
credit.
being a
We don't
spy.
want to take the credit
Your
for it.
archaeological friend here had been on a dig recently. Based on your inquiry, are they potentially connected?
My
He
dig.
brings up a valid point.
Oh yeah.
If you think these are ritual occult events, how better focused do you think our resources would be? Where should they be focused? This is your professional opinion.
Well, yes. Well, there's 2 places that are of interest. Whether they're connected or not has yet to be seen or found out. One is the tea house.
The Tea House Limited, a newer organization.
Greenleaf.
Yes, that has recently passed some particularly stringent inspections and has been allowed to operate.
Who passed the stringent?
Some people. Are you thinking I should look into those people that did that?
Well, they've had some unusual deliveries as of late.
Big sway.
You're taking
Big
my last,
sway.
it's my last drive, dude.
I'm giving you a drive.
It's
Okay.
my last drive. I don't have any more to give than honey.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
That's not
drive,
my,
drive. Give a drive.
it's not my cup of tea,
Oh, good.
so to
Thanks.
speak.
Yeah, nice. Well, perhaps let's just say I have some private individuals that I could have look at. While I'm not willing to share their names, are there people that you know that might take an interest in a possible place that I might know that I can't quite seem to get access to?
Well, we've been investigating this and we've run into some people. We run into a bit of a problem at the library. Now, I don't know who these individuals were.
I understand.
Great. Thank
I
you.
can assure you, if we're all on the same page, quid pro quo, I will look into the people that you cannot get access to, and you all will look into the people I cannot get access to. Is this an agreeable arrangement?
That sounds mutually
And-
beneficial.
And we would like to remain anonymous in all of this, and therefore you can take the credit for any accomplishments and would go towards
I
your
can assure you in these
your-
political tensions,
your
that was going to happen.
yeah.
anyways.
Well, I understand that, but just to let you know that
wanna
we
reassure
are,
you.
we wanted to reassure you.
I look like the kind of person who reassurance.
No,
No,
but you also want to deal.
Yeah.
You also want to deal with people that we both have mutual understandings about things.
My go-between goes by the name of Janice Green. She works for the Newfaire and Hale. She will be your contact. I personally cannot be recorded or known or share information with you directly. I will contact her and have that information as quickly as I can.
And this place that you wanted us to, you couldn't get to.
She'll let you know.
Oh, all right.
If for any reason you need information to me, give it to Miss Green. She'll see to it that I get it.
Will be our go.
Yes.
You might want to touch on the worms, Doctor.
That would be you.
The words. That
What's
sounds
being
terrifying.
delivered?
A bit of a.
What's being delivered all over
Infestation.
town by the
The green leaf.
the Greenleaf Tea Company? Very insidious.
Please, doctor, fill me in on what you have discovered.
Just outside.
Did you take a Dorito dump?
the
Or Doritos dump?
things, right? In the soft side, product where
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm very.
Meltdown.
Unfortunately, I'm very familiar with that.
those places.
The poor, dear. They're called the poor.
Get it
We have a
out.
lot of them.
Get it out, Doctor.
I imagine it's why you're so busy.
Get it out, Doctor.
You sure?
Take the
shouldn't
bottle
have
and I
her
pour you
killed?
another drink. I pour him another drink.
Thank you. Sorry, good help. Especially when you like take time, patient, because that's exactly what politicians have: patience and time.
Yeah. None of the above.
Anyways, worms, dear. I have no information on my desk or in my files.
The
That's a clue.
the people that were watching that place that we saw, what did they look like?
Private security. They didn't look like the Patriot League guys that you've seen before. The other guys that accosted you at the library felt more thuggish, brutish.
Okay.
Designed to do wet work, but not do it very well. Just get it done.
Right.
The guys that you saw at the Candid Bee.
Not the Candid Bee, the tea house. Remember there was somebody watching the tea house?
Oh yeah. That looked like
Was that the
looked
cops?
Like it could have been a periphery. Yeah, could have been a periphery cop
So, I'm
undercover.
Got my teeth across my eyes.
Okay.
So his men know about the work. He doesn't speak. I can read pictures.
Yeah, you can read that. Read his answer. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're gonna
What'd you get? 2. Take a brain as he stares at you as if you're asking him as if he's a liar.
Something to make you very aware of is that unfortunately someone seems to be spreading an invitation within the community.
You must understand, for you to lay such claims requires very specific evidence. Do you have any
I reach
physical
into my
evidence?
medical bag and I pull out the sample. Careful.
Well, actually, it's full of them now because they've
Yeah.
been
Yeah,
multiplying.
those look like leeches.
They
You do know that we have surgical equipment now. You can move on from the leeches. They look like leeches. Leeches are bastards, aren't they?
These ones
Like,
are much
these ones
Give me his way. He's not convinced.
have any more drive thanks to you.
Do you have
You're the one throwing it
Do you
around
ever-
like you owned
You
it.
said you don't talk about the words.
Well,
Yeah.
because you're the fucking doctor.
Doctor, do you have it? So you can
Get rerolls.
The extra drive here.
Well, tell you what, why don't you leave that with me? I'll have Bobby take it over to the lab and we'll do some experimentation. Well, how's mine to prove what it is that you say it is if I can't do that?
maybe.
I think the mayor.
could be a
I think
split.
he knows
Can we
best what
share
he
the
needs to
sample
do
with
with
you?
this, and we'll leave it to you, sir. And we thank you for your
Under-
time.
we wish to keep we want to make sure it stays under containment. It is
It is
very,
a,
very vicious.
both an observation and a biohazard, I can assure you. 10 years ago, we learned our lesson. It's amazing. Marcus, come back in here.
Put this in your nose.
Take this over to the lab if you would.
No, I
If
remember.
you not open it, take it directly to Brenda.
Yeah,
and
that's
have
why
her
I'm trying to
get
figure
her
out what
done.
our estimate time is.
Well, we know you're busy, and we'll
Yes,
talk
thank
to
you
Miss
very
Green.
much.
Thank you very much for your time,
Of course.
sir.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. He gets up.
mm,
Anyways,
as my worm slips into his hand. I'm saying,
Annette, your guests are ready for you. Pleasure meeting you. Yeah, Paul, can you grab that envelope, please? Thank you. Anyways,
Thank you
good to
for,
meet you.
thank you
Thanks
for your
for your
time,
time.
sir.
Thank you.
And
That
as
was
always,
Very
Yeah,
fine scotch.
of
And I
course.
salute him.
And as Bobby picks up the envelope, he stops at the doctor first, puts on, vote for boss, and then puts one on you, vote for boss, puts one on you, vote for boss, vote for
Yeah.
boss, vote for boss.
thank you.
Well, it's always good to have people here that support my campaign. Well, Annette will see you out.
Thank you.
You guys can all gather at the point where you came in. All of you head out in the hallway.
Do
Down
I,
the elevator.
real quick when we're walking out?
Yeah.
Do I see anything that has to do with the docks and the
I'd like to do a survey and just
Like-
be considered a dangerous
Right.
situation.
The repurposing of the dock
As
area,
I'm walking out.
Yeah, like on the office, the hallways, or the reception area.
or just like, does he have something laid out on his desk about like the dock renewal area?
Okay,
and
so
all that stuff?
if you want to do either a focus
Like a
or
survey?
a survey
I'll
I
do a
wanna do a
survey.
while you're leaving the office, that would be the time to do it. If you
Yeah.
wanted to.
I'll
That's
do
what
a
I would like
focus
to
as
do.
well.
And I'm using my basic training. I consider this a high pressure situation,
Okay.
so I get to add 2 dice.
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got like a 4.
I got 5.
Five.
Five.
Five. What'd you get?
4.
4. There's really only a couple things you guys equally all pick up on the way out. There's definitely research going on, but most of it seems to be historical research. Part of what he's got out on his desk and his research table is about the fire that took place 10 years ago.
Old maps and stuff.
Yeah, and then separately, there's a stack of books, and they all seem to be on books about strange phenomenon, cultist rituals, understanding what you can't see, like all these kind of bravado books that are a little bit
Lifestyles of the rich
campy.
in Unacoa.
Yeah, like they're all a little campy, like strange mystery kind of
Idiot's Guide to the
pseudoscience.
Unacoa.
Stuff,
Yeah.
stuff that would be considered frivolous to most people.
Yeah, the one thing you do realize, because you put yourself in a high stress situation by lingering last,
Mhm.
you do notice that on the other side of his chalkboard are the beginning of a murder. Like you could see someone's face pinned,
Mhm.
and then a thread
Yeah.
down to 2 other pins, and then over here and over. But he's catching the angle of it on the way
Right.
out. Can't quite see who's on it.
Okay.
But clearly there's an active murder board. So it could
Okay.
be related to the harbor.
Okay. So, I mean, that just goes to show that he doesn't know it's not him, that they're investigating it.
That we're both looking for kind of the same thing. And
Yeah.
Don't have all the
Maybe.
answers.
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, you definitely get the vibe.
Unless his picture's on the top of the murder.
Yeah, right. I would
Look
say
what I've
that
done.
Me to my
Yeah.
murderers, to the people
You
they
know what?
killed.
Everybody just give me a read. Give me a read.
And then that's,
as you,
you know,
and,
the,
and this is your kind of mulling over what happened on your way down to the
A 4.
4? Okay. Great.
6
6.
and a 5.
Give me a read, babe.
look at that.
No, you're
No,
heading
Harbor
down
was
to the
his
car.
home.
Reading the mail.
Brandy, you're a fine girl.
You're getting a general read on the whole meeting. Just
How the meeting went. I had a 2.
Okay.
I was taking
Five.
my lower.
So it's got caffeine. She can't have caffeine. Mostly because I like it when he's sleeping. The 3 of you picked up something interesting. He was definitely very flirty with Angelica. He was upset when he was challenged by you, and he found you to be low class. No, he just found you to be low class. So why were you talking to him? He is perfectly fine talking to you. No, because you're a woman.
One
He
should
was
know their
very much
place.
stereotyping the women
Right.
and giving all of his attention to him.
Typical chauvinistic.
Very
politician.
much so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very
Well, then
much
we-
a very
then we know how
kind
to
of
deal with
power
him.
player too.
Helps
Chances
to
are
deal
that $5,000 is probably just to buy him a suit. and a
High
good
class
night with
hooker?
somebody or something. Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
doesn't. You know what he doesn't feel like? He doesn't feel like a commissioner.
He's a
He feels like a
politician.
gangster.
Gangster, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which makes
Which is a lot more
Annette's
sense.
relation to him
Yeah,
even
right.
more interesting
Right.
because she's
She says he's
a
on my
female.
payroll.
So for a female to be in that position is actually
You can give me
juxtaposition.
a read on that one as you guys are having this conversation after you get dropped off. at
Maybe
the
she's not a
Regency.
female.
this is a read again.
Yeah,
I'm
for
gonna have
you
to find
because
out
you're
the hard way.
you guys are now at the Regency bar.
I'm
You know,
making a
kind of
supposition
having
beyond.
this post kind of conversation about what just happened.
Yeah. Roll for the drive-by.
22 for a 2.
2 and a 2.
At least I got to take the high one.
That actually stumps you. You're like, it felt like he was very much a male-centric kind of asshole.
Yeah, that's so I'm trying to
But
figure
yet
that
he's
out.
in business with
A woman
Annette. And why?
after the way
Yeah.
it came across.
Or maybe she has something.
Yeah, maybe she got some on. Yeah. Okay, well,
I bounce that off of everybody else, thinking that that's strange, and just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's possible if that too close to the back.
did we get like a phone number, or we just got to go call the newspaper and
I
ask for
was
Janice
just-
Green?
Of course, a doctor's got to use a syringe.
Just gotta go to the
Okay.
the Newfaire Herald, ask for Miss Green, Janice Green, and let her know that you had a conversation with Commissioner Voss. And
Who wants to go, or are we all going?
I mean, they're not open now. It's that. You guys are at the Regency Bar. It's like, it's that 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock timeline. The early evening's over, but there's still a little bit of time left at night. But you would know that the main offices of the Newfaire Herald would be closed. The printing press and the inkers and all the people that run the paper overnight to be put out in the morning would be there on the factory floor side.
I just say
Is there like a production site that might be
Your only challenge with that
pass
is
our
that would require
number
you
on to
carrying
the,
the bleed detector in the open.
It's not
Let's just
small.
wait and go tomorrow morning.
It's like a
Okay.
suitcase.
I'm gonna.
I just wonder. If
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, it's after the fact,
breaking.
because it would have been super high risk to do that on the site. So
How about
can't
we?
wreck on that one.
How about we get a good night's sleep? We go see her in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
On
And
our way leaving the mansion to the bar, I might do another survey, look for tails and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Before you guys head out, a very kind of like purposeful attendant comes into the bar area. Is there a Royce Buck here, please? I have a phone call for Mr. Royce.
right here.
Sir, if you come with me, I have a phone call.
Okay.
You follow him over to like the corner of the bar area, and he reaches over. It's the old school single, phone setup for you.
This is Buck.
Buck,
Uh huh.
it's Phil, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm really sorry. I don't know how it happened, but it just kind of happened.
What happened?
I was checking the kitchen in one of those houses.
Hmm.
Then you hear a gunshot, and the line goes dead.
Bill.
Line's dead.
Damn it.
It's not hung up.
Hmm.
It's just you don't hear him anymore.
You hear
Are you done,
anything in the
sir?
background?
Yeah. Thanks. I'll go back to down.
Okay.
Hey, barkeep,
Yeah.
glass and a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, I thought you and your friends were leaving. I just brought the bill.
Nah, I'm staying.
Well, here you go. Bottle of whiskey. Glasses for all. I'll reopen the tab. Enjoy your evening. Turns back.
Well,
What's going on?
here's the bill.
Oh no.
Do we like
Give me a survey.
He was checking one of the houses. I'm pretty sure he got worms in him from the sound of them, or he had a gun to his head because I heard a gunshot.
Or you can do one too if you want. You already said you wanted to.
Do we know what house he was checking out?
Live on my
Yeah, between the two of you, it's just casual drinkers, hotel guests, like that, that kind of like vibe of a hotel bar lobby. No one of any particular notice or interest that you can see. You check it out all 4 because they were kind of all.
I'll get a list and go. I
Okay.
said, let's go check these houses out.
I think we need to go do this now.
If he's
Now.
around,
Yeah,
he'll
wow.
have to-
Or you another shot.
Little leap of courage.
One for the road.
My medical supplies.
That's a good idea.
Here
Actually.
we go. This is the
What's wrong?
brandy in the drawer.
This ain't for wiping down owies. This is for men to drink.
About forgetting.
You want a shot?
This is for, I mean,
Yeah, have a little shot in that tea. There you go.
So as you quickly pay the bill, you guys get up and head out front. You go over to the parking lot where your car is. You pile into the Phoenix, and you head over. I believe it's the border of the Seidel.
I just go to each one and check it out. Go to the first one on the list.
Harbor.
Yeah, it was like right on the border of the Seidel and the harbor, where they have these kind of like middle class housing units in that area. Stucco, kind of Silver Slip. Thank you. So over by that Silver Slip, and the steam that border the Seidel, kind of like this thin boundary. There's all these middle class tenements that were built after the fire. Yeah. That's fair.
there's a chance that he ran into
So you guys are driving over to those neighborhoods. Start with the first neighborhood, which is with the. So you have the 4 names.
Mm-hmm.
For the 4 names. Yes.
No, she's done.
Names of the dead people.
Well, we know we got their IDs, and we went off the IDs. We went off their addresses
Yeah, I
for
have
the
them all.
IDs.
I think Reginald had it as well.
I mean, I don't know if you ever gave us their names.
That's my note check. I want
You
to
have
make sure.
the surgeon, the boat captain. I don't think you ever.
You might have given us more.
Like,
You said we found their ID. I don't think you gave us their names.
Yeah.
So the first house on your list is Captain Alara Thorne. It's the closest to the harbor's border. As you get there, the house is dark. It's very simple 2-story structure, kind of a red brick, a little bit of kind of like old school Tudor style to it. Very kind of trying to be Mediterranean, but not quite getting there. The garden looks overgrown. You can see newspapers stacked up on the main porch. For all important, it looks abandoned. Checking nearby, you don't see Phil's car anywhere, or you don't see Phil
Okay.
near the front right now. You guys want to get out and check the house?
I mean, I think I'm pretty up on how he would do business.
Yeah.
He'd probably park around the block, walk up, check it out, see if there's any. So if his car's not around,
Drive around the block real quick.
There's no indication of fleet. We can drive to each house.
we can just drive to each house and see if we can spot his car.
If none of them did.
The next one on the list is you guys have a lawyer on your list?
Surgeon, boat captain, architect, librarian.
Architect. The next one is the architect that goes by the name of Eudora Grimsby.
Hold on. I do have Jeanette Wellington, which is the reporter, which is the best journalist.
Correct.
So those names.
She does not live in this area.
She was number
That's
5.
why she wasn't on Phil's list.
Great. Okay. So what was the name?
Eudora.
And who was it?
Eudora Grimsby, the architect. When you get to her house, it is like piece of shit, and then her house. You know, like one of those. I mean, it is.
She's the Karen of the neighborhood.
Yeah, it is resplendent. Like, it is architecturally perfect. The garden is still manicured, so she probably has a service. You also see a familiar car in the driveway.
Pulled into the driveway? All right.
How's that leak detector going?
Not going off.
You're up. You're up, Toots.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Check out the car. Check out the house.
I'll check out the car first.
Be
Okay.
careful. Could be somebody there.
Are
I
you
don't-
trying to be stealthy at all?
I kind of like to go with her, but
Nope.
Give me a hide, Angelica, as you kind of pull out your little black beanie, pull it down, kind of button up your black sweater.
I'm gonna stay in the
Child,
car.
what's that? 5.
5. Oh, mommy didn't let you roll dice. Bad mama.
I want to make a survey while she's going out.
I want to cry.
What are you doing?
Surveying just to look for any.
So you're standing by the car. While everyone else is still in the car, you stand. You're watching her walk up towards the car in the driveway.
I got 5.
There's no one around. The neighborhood's quite quiet. I mean,
Okay.
there's not much activity
I
around.
You know where
have
the
a
car's
specialty-
parked?
I have a specialty that says when attempting to avoid security or protection, build an additional hide dice. So I have.
Did you spend drive?
Do you have to spend drive to use the specialties?
No, but if you do take that specialty roll, it will give you drive back
I didn't spend
because of
drive,
guild,
but
right?
Yeah, I have guild. Guild
You,
it up.
you had an extra bill.
That's fine.
It's just an extra.
What he's saying is like you have to get extra dice, like, they don't-
If you
I don't
use
know.
drive or you have a drive
Technically,
slot.
it doesn't because it waters the pool that way. Because instead of us being 2 and 1,
Right.
now you're like 2 and 2. You just reduced
Did you
your
beat your
odds
5?
of using your
Okay.
skill. You may have increased your odds.
As you walk up to the car, the front passenger door is partially open. There is there's a blood trail from the car passenger door up towards the front stairs of the house. But as you kind of path in a way, kind of look both at the stairs and the car, there's no one on the stoop. There's no one on the porch. The front door is closed. There's a hand crank for the car lying on the ground. And there's like brain matter on the hand crank.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You kind of look under the car. Give me a sense. If you would, please. One.
I have no.
When the explosion goes off, you watch as she's looking underneath the car, and as you look, you see the manual timer of a needle tick to 0. You hear the slam of like 2 circuits, like 2 open copper circuits. The car explodes around you. It sends you flying back 20 feet into the street. You take 2 body. As the explosion goes off, I need you to make a move, please.
I have a special ability that
Okay.
says death to 5 once per assignment, and you should take 1 or more marks from the enemy. This counts as an enemy.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
You instead is unscathed. Describe how your quick thinking keeps you safe. from harm.
Yeah. Using your ability.
Nice.
I am going to roll like tumbling
Shield your
Okay.
face and
out
your-
of the way.
Okay.
Like
So
there's a
she's
there's a
blasted
ditch.
backwards. You watch, she tucks into like a somersault position, and the force, she lets it carry her over. And as it carries her, she tumbles back into the street and kind of just into a side kind of fetal position, covering her face, covering her head, as the bits of metal spatter around her.
I think she got blasted away. I'm actually jumping out of the car.
Yeah, you jump out of the car. As you jump out of the car, I need you to give me a move
Yeah, I'm taking a move right
I
now
need you
to,
to take me a move.
to avoid it or to run to her.
to avoid it.
Okay.
3, piece of metal strikes you in the head for a body.
Using 2 drives, I got a 6.
6, the metal's pattering around you. As you get to where she is, one of her eyes opens as the pattering of the metal.
So I'm gonna like kind of throw my body kind of over
Yeah.
and shield her.
Within moments, I do need moves from the 2 of you because the
I
shrapnel's
hit in
coming.
the car.
Yeah, it's coming into the
Yeah,
car.
it's coming
yeah.
into the car. I was outside the car. Looking.
Got 5.
Okay. 4. You duck down just in time as the glass kind of shatters right above you.
Okay.
You don't quite make it down fast enough. And yeah.
Flash
You're like
charge.
that, and the glass shatters like into your
Into
face
your
and
palms.
hands.
Oh, right
And
in the
take a body.
fingers.
No, just the car. And then it settles. And now you see people coming out their doors, windows are opening.
I'm gonna go up. Get in the house.
I have a feeling this.
I'm gonna see if the front door is unlocked.
Yeah,
Front door's unlocked.
Open it.
You open up
Yeah,
the
we
front
know
door,
that
you
he
look
was-
in.
talking on the phone.
Lying in the living room of the house, you see Phil.
Okay.
But you don't see a sign of a gunshot. It looks like his head was beaten in with a car crash.
He's dead.
Give me a sense. As you-
That's her job.
Slants.
Or do you want to do that or no?
Oh, you guys are grabbing.
Oh,
yeah, she's over by you two.
yeah. I was.
She's like pulling little
I got a 2.
shards of glass out of her hand and out of her face.
You're like, hey, Doc,
No,
this
no,
way.
you don't give me no looks.
What'd you get?
A 2.
2? Yeah, he looks pretty dead.
Okay.
I want to.
The money I gave me, so you got it on him.
You can search him. Give me a survey.
Best friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What? He don't need it.
Give me a focus. Give me a focus.
Focus.
Because you are inspecting him.
Well, you want to make sure you're not leaving any trace of.
Is anybody else going up
You-
to the house?
Am I inspecting him or searching him?
Up and looking around.
Well,
Yeah.
search, track, and spot is
Okay.
like
All
an
right. All right.
area.
All right. That's fine. Then I only get 1
Inspect,
dice.
analyze, and remember is more of you focusing on the target.
I got a 3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
All
you're
right.
rummaging around pockets trying to find.
All
I
right.
want to look at the blood trail and see if I can ascertain if it looked like it went into or
No,
came
you're
out of
being a
the
little
car to
whiny.
the house or
No,
from
too
the
much.
house to the car.
Got you. So you're heading
Only
up
wants my
to
dice.
look at
I'm
that.
assuming that it went into the house because of the.
So
trail.
you're in the car, you're with her over in the street. As you come up the pathway, you can see him rummaging through the pockets of a dead body because the door is open, so he's inside the living room.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like, and you watch as he stands up and turns to look at you, goes, "No money or anything, man. Phil's dead." You then watch as Phil stands up behind him with his head caved in, and you see
Oh,
these
shit.
like striated tentacles coming out.
I'm gonna yell out a warning to him, like
Okay.
"Look out!" and
You know,
I'm going to rush in to try and
Yeah,
protect
you
him.
look out, and you start running towards the.
Actually,
But
as
you
I'm
turn to
rushing-
look, and this dead creature is like dragging, is like tottering towards you.
as I rush towards him, I tell him to duck, and I pull my gun and aim behind him.
Duck,
And Phil.
I fall on the ground. All
give me a move.
right.
No, it
What,
didn't.
I'm gonna
what
use.
do you?
Maybe it doesn't have bleed.
What rolls do you want me to
Give
make?
me a control.
Okay.
Ah,
I'm gonna go
a
ahead
6 on a gilded.
Nice.
I get my
Drop to
shit
the
back.
ground. Just as you hear the gun go
I'll
off.
use 2 more drives. And I got terrified.
Pair of 5. You start shooting. The first 2 bullets go right on either side. The third, and you watch as sprays across, and the body falls down on the ground next to you.
Mhm.
You watch as the chest.
I get out of the way. I run.
You roll away.
I roll away and
Give
just
me another move.
dive. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
let
gonna
me-
give you a drive.
All right.
Check out that bleed between your seats. It's going off now.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take a drive on that.
How many you got there?
Oh, I got plenty of drives.
Okay.
You head over.
I mean, I got
check
3
out the
dice.
detector?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it doing?
Oh, I can. You wanted to give me an
This is
extra?
fast. So hold on.
We never read it.
5.
5.
Mhm.
You start rolling away from it, and you feel these like barbed hooks on the tentacles slash across your shoulder as you take a body, but you continue rolling away. You watch as the chest cavity rips open,
Mhm.
and this strange squid-like creature, almost like a whole bunch of these parasitic creatures bound together. It's now chasing after Buck as he's rolling away. You notice that the detector it's dinging over into the red, but not in the direction of the creature.
Okay, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, you pick it up and you start looking around. Give me a survey as you start looking to see
I'm
where
gonna
this
help her.
is.
I'll help.
You run over to the car and help as well.
So does that mean you're giving me
So-
a drive, or what are you doing?
So you give her a drive and you can give her a drive.
I don't have time.
So you give me
Give you a drive.
Can I roll or
I'm gonna take
help her? Or
You can roll a survey.
I'm gonna use my own drive too.
Okay.
This is for survey.
Yes.
I got 6.
Nice.
It's 2 6s.
Oh, super duper outcome.
Yes.
So the 3 of you watch as she points the lead detector in a certain direction, and you just see this very tall, very thin, gaunt-looking person. He's in a very tight black coat with a black hat brought down, and there's like little tentacles kind of curling up from underneath his hat.
This
And
is
he-
not D&D, damn it.
You just watch as this guy just like
Yeah.
crouches and he jumps on top of the nearby roof, and then you lose track of him. He's focused on the one that's attacking him.
I'm shooting the squid. That's
Yeah.
behind him, so
Give me another control as you start hit the one that's crawling towards Buck on the
using
ground.
another drive.
Oh, it's not a mine.
Double 6.
Nice. As it kind of like goes towards Buck, you immediately watch as it leaps up and over like it's about to land right on top of Buck, and you just and you split the thing into pieces, and it spreads backwards. You hear footprints up on a roof, and then you hear on the other side of the house, and then that's all you hear. Now you hear sirens.
I get up.
The source of the bleed.
I get up and I go to the back. Do you tell me what's going on? Do you describe them?
Yes. Source of the bleed. Very technically. That way.
And
I'm gonna run that way and see if I can pick up his trail because I have track.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw a smoke bomb behind us so that people can't see what we're doing.
Okay. The whole front yard is smoke ridden. All of you pour into the car. Does anyone try to contain the squids that were there? The squid creature that was
I
there?
have a containment trial.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you can
there
take
we go.
that. As you jump up and kind of like just like to Jacques there, you got to go around the car, and there's a thin garden walkway that will take you to the back, and that's where you see the alley.
I'm gonna follow
Okay.
him.
And then you're following right behind them.
Okay.
You guys are getting in the car.
I'll jump in the car and drive to the other
I'm
side.
gonna
Okay.
run out my piece.
Okay.
I'm using the bleed detector to get you.
You guys, keep an eye out. So I'll try and see if you see anything since I'm focusing on driving.
Just in case I have to if I have to get in a fist fight with this guy or something, I put my leather gloves on.
Okay. So the 2 of you head towards the alley. Angelica's got her piece out. You dive in the car with these 2, and you gun it, and you floor it. Because you're trying to catch up and cut them off in the alley, give me a control since you're driving.
Last drive. 66 again.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Peel around the corner, gun it, and you get up to the alley just in time to see these 2 come from the side of the house that you saw them dip into. And they're now running down the alley towards a very tall figure that's sprinting and then leaping onto one roof, over to another roof, and over to another roof. Like they're going to lose them. The only way you're going to be able to get caught up is with the car. He's moving
So I'm
fast.
All right, I'll jump in the car.
Okay. Go down the alleyway. They jump in with you, and you start gunning to kind of keep up with it as it's leaping from roof to roof to roof. Give me another control.
Who's got gun control?
44.
Actually, I have my gilded.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
I'd like to use, but it's
No, wait. I'll give you 2.
You drive?
I'll give you 2 drive.
Okay, go for it.
See if I can
Yeah.
improve on that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to shoot it. I'm gonna bring out my
Come on, baby.
hidden weapon,
Okay.
which is
Didn't
a,
help.
Want to take a shot as
All right.
well?
I'm not that
Thank
great a
you,
shot.
Okay.
Well, I
I'm
was trying to decide
wait
whether
until we
to
get
use one of
closer.
my
Okay.
resistance.
because I actually have a gilded control.
So what'd you get for your control?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
You
do
lean out to
resistance, I
take the
guess.
shot. So give me a control.
You'd use a resistance, I guess. Reroll.
Gilded
Nice.
check.
Trying to determine
There,
whether it
like
was the
as
time
he's
to use
driving and
Probably the
swerving
time.
through the alley, he's having a hard time giving you a good angle. He almost slams your arm and shoulder into like a nearby pole, but he weaves it back and away, and the car bounces off another pole. But you get your shot off.
Right,
Yes,
right.
he leaps up and over. You watch as the round goes off, hits him square in the back, doesn't even phase him. Lands on the other roof. He kind of turns to look. You don't see his face. You see tentacles coming out from underneath the brim hat, and you watch as he pulls something out from the inside of his trench coat. Just opens up with a heavy machine gun down into the car.
All right.
Give me a control.
Thankfully, our car's bulletproof.
They
Yeah,
never are.
thankfully.
64. 6.
Wait,
6.
don't we have a
You-
machine gun
You
from
gun it in reverse. And the whole alleyway in front of you just lights up with ricochet rounds. And then he leaps over and he's now back on the other street. Sirens.
over? I want to pull our machine gun out from the trunk.
Do you want to?
I mean, I don't know if we can get it.
To the back seat.
We
I
have to-
mean, you could just jump out really quick.
it's a
flip
rumble.
the trunk.
No, it's a rumble seat. All you gotta
Yeah,
do is
you
pull down
pull
the
it.
back
Pull it
seat.
out from underneath the
Pull
seat.
it out the center
I'm gonna pull it
console.
out
Okay.
and try and shoot
Yank
him
it
with
out.
our
Just as he finishes unloading into the alley, you pull out this huge gun and you just lean out the window as he's reversing. You start shooting up at the
I'm gonna
roof.
use another.
I don't shoot
And
guns. My
I'm
cousin
gonna-
got
I'll give
his
you
hands
one-
blown
I'll-
off by
I have
guns.
one-
I don't use explosives either.
I got from the train.
10 years
I
ago
got
now.
6.
Nice. As you unload, he's getting ready to leap over to back to the other road, and your rounds stitch up his back. And he tumbles, and you hear this thud on the other side.
Run! See if we can get him like,
Back out.
see if we get him in a containment vial.
Yeah, like you go over to where he's, you watch as he's getting up.
Getting up, shoot him again.
His
Food containment.
His hat falls off. And as his hat falls off, you're looking at the back of his head, and there's a face on the back of his head. And then he turns to look, and there's a face on the front of his head as well.
Ew.
And you watch as his upper torso splits open, and this weird squid-like creature falls out of the cavity of the body, and the body just falls corpse-like to the ground, and it's slithering towards a gutter entrance to
Containment.
the right.
Controls
Run
the
it over,
containment
run it
vial.
over.
Containment
Run it
vial.
over.
Containment
I'm gonna
vial.
try and run it over.
I'll give you a control as you go to run it over.
Oh, yeah.
You watch as he guns it, and you feel all four, like two of the right side tires. This is a heavy iron car. This is an old school car, right? And you stop, and there's just this like gelatinous mucus pile of parts and pieces, and the two head-like faces.
Scoop up the
In the containment vial.
I mean,
I'm
Is
touching
it
that
bleed
container.
containment at this
this
point?
thing's pretty big. It's like 3 feet long. It's
But there's like a
multiple
bleed
pieces.
containment at all on this or no?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tarp out of the toilet.
it is a big containment tarp.
That's fine.
And the
Yeah.
shovels.
Yeah.
We're like,
And
you
the
guys quickly
machine
just kind
gun?
of like
No.
put its remains in the tarp. You kind of bind up the tarp, and then you get out the big containment container that you have for bleed-ridden things. Drop it in, throw
I
it
ran
back in the
into
rumble
danger.
seat. Just as you guys gun it to get out of the neighborhood, behind you sirens, but they stop over by the burning car. You guys take off into the night.
yeah.
Hmm.
You guys are rolling some timely sixes.
Yeah. Because I started off bad earlier in the night.
Yeah, I know. I thought for sure some guns were gonna jam. People were gonna get away.
I thought I was gonna get wormed.
I thought with 2 6s, guys.
All right. So, did you guys contain or destroy source of bleed?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you provide comfort or support for those affected?
I mean, he kind of comforted his friend Phil when he was on the phone with him saying bye.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Nah. I didn't do that.
Did you bring something of importance back? Yes.
Yes.
So that's some. So you got 2 for the illumination questions. Now the keys, Doctor.
I did not give it advice. I aided my allies at every point.
There you
I
go.
comforted people all
I
over the
performed a
board.
trick.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I used violence of action and protect someone.
Yep.
I ran into danger.
Yep.
I did illegal things.
Yep. All right.
I did.
So that's 4 additional points. That's a total of 6 points tonight. So that's an advancement.
And a milestone.
Well, no, it's a full advancement. So actually, the advancement. Well, and
It's like a level up.
so since it's an advancement, you clear all marks except for stars. So all your resistances reset, all of your stitches, and all your drives, everything is back to normal the way it was. Exactly.
Okay.
That's the nice part about the advancement. Now, character, yes, you get your drive
Yeah.
back as well.
And resistances.
At character advancement, each player can choose 2 different options. Add a action point, add 2 drive points, take a new ability, or guild an additional action. You can do up to 2 different options. You can't choose the same option twice.
Yeah.
Yep. The first one is add 1 action point.
It used to be 2.
No, that's drive points. Is what you're thinking of. Because the next one is add 2 drive points. The next one is take a new ability or guild an additional action.
What's a new ability? The ones that are listed down there, specialty and roll thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I can fill in a circle and then grab special meter or something.
You can
He
fill in a
said so.
circle
That'd be
or,
2
and,
things.
and a drive.
4 choices. You pick 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
They have to
guild
be
the
different.
action. Guild the action was one of them.
Yeah. So
Action
one is add
point.
1 action point.
One's
The other
guild
one
an
is
action.
add 2 drive points. The other one is take a new ability. The 4th one is guild an additional action.
Well, I'm going to maximize focus on 3.
Okay.
And then I'll take a special.
Okay. Yeah.
Like guild my focus.
Take your time. Well, everyone, thank you for coming out. Thank you, Table of Horrors, for rating us. You spoiled
Yeah,
us so much with
thanks.
your raids. Really appreciate it. We will be off tomorrow night. We'll be off Sunday night. It's Easter, so we have no Fool's Errand will not be on Sunday. However, when we come back Monday of next week, it'll be our session 1 of Daggerheart. We'll have finalized their characters, and we'll be kicking off our session 1 of our Daggerheart campaign. So if you are interested in that, come check us out next Monday. Other than that, everyone else have a great week. Be safe, be kind, and don't forget,
Play a game.
Yeah.
Hey.